You're live. You're live.
Are we back now?
Yeah, we're live.
We're here.
We're live.
Yeah, we're good.
It was a dramatic pause, dude. That's all it was.
Okay. Hi.
Oh, we lost your mic.
Oh, Lael's muted. Lael's
Lost
muted.
your mic. Lost your mic.
Wait.
You got too excited.
Well, it's the best start to a.
We're off to an
stream
amazing
ever.
start. This is fantastic.
Oh my god. 15 minutes late. We got Mike muted. Let's go.
I know, right?
Are we back? Are we
Yeah,
back?
you're back.
Yeah,
You're back.
you're
You're
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Welcome. Everybody out there, thank you and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man Probably presents Say What Wednesday. It's a crazy day. I'm just letting everybody else know that out there. But thank you for being here with us, man. We got an awesome panel tonight, awesome discussion that we're going to have. There were no new releases, no reveals. So we're just going to have a discussion about collecting in general. So welcome and glad to have everybody here. I'm going to bring in this amazing panel of individuals because, again, there's my brothers as always. So I want to have them on here while we have this discussion. Guys, can you see me?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, we can see you.
Y'all can
Yeah,
see me?
good. You're good. You're good.
All right, good. So glad that you're here. We got
man.
we got Calvin in the building. He just snuck in. He's
Yeah,
a
he
smooth criminal like that. Dude just comes in and is just super smooth. So glad to have him here.
You're soloed, right?
You're solo. Yeah.
Am I should be off. I should be coming
You're
off now.
soloed, yeah.
Am I soloed again?
You just switched.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are.
I should
There
be
you go.
off,
Now you're
man.
good. Now you're good.
You're
It's
fixed.
dumb. Like it just keeps doing this, man. And it's not the computer because the computer's better. It just must be the internet. I don't know. But it might be because
Yeah.
StreamYard, I guess it does that
StreamYard.
when you have a lot of people. Am I still soloed?
No, you're good.
No,
You're
you're
good.
good.
You're good.
Then why do I see like I'm soloed over here? That's the dumbest thing. Anyway,
It's the opposite for you.
yeah, it must
You're
be.
right.
Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Now I'm off. I'm back. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody out there in the chat, appreciate you guys. Can you hear me? Everything's cool. The audio is great. Calvin, thank you for coming in and sneaking in, bro. I'm looking at your collection as always. You got some decent shit there going on there, buddy. But thank you for being here. Brother Cousins will be here probably later on. We'll see. But I just felt as though we needed to have really decent discussion tonight. But before we do that, I just want to welcome my bros. Will, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother?
Not much, man. Happy to be here. And I didn't realize Calvin was going to be here. I would have dropped my drawers because right now I'm still wearing my drawers. But Calvin's here. I mean, I should send it a super chat. I will take them off. So, live on stream. So, and I told Calvin messaged me on Instagram. I was like, bro, I'm coming to drop the drawers when I get to California.
Drawers.
Yeah.
It's
he
because
was-
Will thinks he's white chocolate and he's not. I told him there's plenty of time.
Must
Yeah,
be.
exactly, bro. So
Must be. So what is that? Is
What
somebody-
is this? Hear that? I see a
What is
chipmunk.
that?
I hear a chipmunk or
Is
something.
that Mickey Mouse? What
Is
was
that,
Oh,
it
no,
sounded
it's not
like,
like-
yeah, it
it's
sounded
not
like
like
a tape,
what it was.
a cassette rewinding or something. That's what it sounded like.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
What's
shit.
going on?
That's
Yeah.
nutty.
Rap?
Anyway, guys, yeah, happy to be here, man, and yeah, should be fun. Talk some serious collecting topics. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be some serious collecting topics that we're going to have to and we're going to talk about tonight. So glad to have everybody here. And whenever it's controversial conversations about collecting, two people you want to actually have on here. One is Dan, and most importantly, Carlos. Carlos, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a really productive day today. I actually had a shit ton of meetings, right? Because of the holidays. Finally, was able to knock a lot of work out. Was able to jump on Riley's stream and I don't know, make it entertaining because it was, fucking dying on its own.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah.
Get outta here.
So yeah, man, really excited today, to talk, collectibles and all the whatever it is we're gonna talk about today. So thank you for having
Good.
me, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Dan, what's going on with you, brother? You good, man? And you happy to be here, man?
Oh man, I'm always happy to be here, man.
You
Thanks for having me.
you ready? You ready for Sunday? You ready for us to do our thing
Yeah,
on Sunday?
I'm about to use this guy over here.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. If y'all don't know what we talk about, we talking about the return of Take Your Position live Sunday. So be there. Definitely, it's about to go down. So thank you for being here, brother. KG, what's going on with you, man? Listen, real quick.
So looking for his 10%.
Yeah, still nothing. I didn't even get nothing in
I never got
PayPal. I didn't
anything.
get nothing in Cash App. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Give him 10% of your allowance, bro.
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
No, man, I'm excited to be here tonight. Just excited to talk about stuff, and I got something to announce towards the end for my channel. So
I was about to say Zendaya better not be pregnant. Anyway, Cam, what's going on with you, bro?
Cam's frozen.
Cam, what's going on, man? You good?
Frozen?
Nah, you good.
You were frozen.
You
You were frozen. You're
Riley,
good.
help me.
You
Good, man. Glad to be here, bro. I'm on baby watch right now, so we got about 2 weeks left till this baby pop on out. So
Ooh,
y'all don't
nice.
see me
hell
around in next week or so.
It's because of that
I'm
baby.
probably sleeping on that hard ass couch that's inside the
Yeah,
wait, so,
we already know. I already know, man. But thank you for being here tonight, Cuzzo.
appreciate it.
Next up, we got my man Riley. I know you're like one of the most busiest individuals right now, bro. Let me ask you a question, Riley. Why are you so busy now, bro?
Bro, I've been going to parties, like that's what I've been doing recently. So
Without
they call
me.
it the human party. Oh no, with KG, you've been going to parties too. Don't lie, bro.
I know.
But yeah, no.
KG does go to parties.
He
Bro.
does. He
Yeah.
does, bro. He's been off on school. He's been chilling out.
Yeah.
He's been getting the ladies. But yeah,
Oh,
no, I'm
yeah.
excited, man. I got a short time right now, but I'm hoping I can spend it as much as I can, bro. Because I love
Got
the
you,
show.
bro.
Where are
Got
you going,
bro.
bro?
I'm going. I'm going on a date, Carlos. Yeah. I'm going on a date. Not with this jacket.
Not with that jacket. on.
Why would you talk shit about your own jacket, bro? That's fucking.
You were.
Yeah,
Oh my, get out of here, bro.
Carlos was like, not with that jacket.
Yo, that's crazy. Anyway, Riley, thank you for being here as always, man. And Calvin, man, what's going on with you, brother? Thank you for stopping through. You good?
You're mute.
I was muted.
You're on mute.
dude. Noob.
Whoa.
You still sound like Mickey Mouse, man.
Whoa, what is that, dude?
Mike.
If
Bro,
you listen
I've never
closely,
heard
it's
that happen.
We can't hear you.
It's like
Bro,
this.
awesome
what?
sound.
You
What's
might
that?
want to come out and try to come back in.
it's someone's
All right,
minions
he'll-
are joining
He'll
the
come
chat.
out and
That's
come
what's
back
going
in.
All right. So we got another brother that's going to be here that just actually tuned in. I think he, made time to, he came in late because he told me, send me a message like, yo, I got some cheeks to get. So now that those cheeks is got, we got the one and only brother Cousins in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo.
How's everybody doing? And look at Carlos up there. Look at all smooth with the. Yeah, I am used to you not having your hat on, brother.
Yeah, I know.
No.
That's what I asked
Yeah.
him too, Jay. I was like, "Did you get your hair cut or something?" He was like, "Nah." So it just looks.
No, I'm trying to make a baby, so I'm trying to spice things up.
Oh, so he can't.
Not
You're
listen
gonna
to our
ask Cam
talk.
about that.
A little
You did
while
not
ago.
listen to the talk, bro.
What are you doing?
He obviously did not listen to the
Completely
conversation
went over
we
his head.
had,
He's
bro.
like, nah. don't
Yeah,
do
don't
that.
do that. You
Try this out.
don't do that. But brother, what's going on with you, man? So glad to
Man,
have
I'm
you here this
doing-
evening.
I am doing good, man. Definitely, man. Just here with
Yeah.
this wonderful panel and ready to talk shop, man. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
delays. I've been getting a lot of notifications, man.
Yes.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I got a notification yesterday that Wonder Woman was delayed. Yelena's delayed. Those are the only two I got, but those are probably the only figures that through Sideshow that I would have coming up that pretty much would have got that notification. But that's pretty much all I got. And besides the simple fact that we know now that people are getting notifications, or I don't know. So there's communication going on around right now about the in-art Joker. So I don't know what that is. I mean, it is what it is, so again, we'll discuss that in a bit. But thank you for being here as always, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And
for
thank
having me.
everybody out there in the chatosphere for being here with us and putting up with our shenanigans. I promise you, it is not my fault. Everything that goes down here tonight, is Carlos. So everybody, just want to let y'all know
It's always
Always
Carlos.
blame
It's
it on him.
always
That's probably
Carlos,
true.
bro. Every time Carlos is on the stream, there's a problem for some reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I apologize to you all in advance for anything that actually goes down tonight. Anyway, we got brother cousins out there as always. Louis Labitz. We got Thule in the building. Blurred Dad. Life is here. We got Darth Furion is in the building. Thank you for being here. We got Renz Talentino, the great Renz Talentino. Tyria, we got El Profesoro in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. The beard god himself, super beard. We got S Beam. Who else we got out there? We got Foxy Feet out there. We got the Rat King strikes again. Nick's Collectibles. He's out there. We got let me see, Jazzy Blurred That Life. Now I'm probably not going to be able to get through all these names. So if I don't get to you, definitely I'll get to you in a minute. We got Skillmonger. I love that name. Skillmonger's in the building. Thank you for being here. William Owens. SG Sal Collects is in the building. Thank you for being here. 16 Fix Luminar is in the building. DT Art Main. Who else we got? Man, quite a few. Again, Pedro Lopez. Jason Himmelwright is in the building. Andrew Gibo is here. Kate Carter 215 is out there. Thank you for being here, brother. Man, what is in the building? Pure Stewage, Primetime Reviews, Collectible Chats, FBJ, SpongeBob Square Bows is in the building. Thank you for being here. Forrest Actual is in here. FBJ. Let's see who else we got in here that I haven't mentioned. Thor 2941. Thank you for being here. And let's see here. Anybody else that I forgot? OG Mando. Thank you for being here, my brother. Thank you for always being here. Yeah, anybody else I forgot, we'll definitely get to you, but we got to get to this show. Definitely, especially while we got Rowley in here. I mean, my budget is very thin. So, while we got him here.
I get it from KG. Oh, yeah.
You said you got it from KG.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely. And I think we got Calvin back too. So let me actually see if we got him, if I can bring him in here. Cal is in here. Calvin, you here? You can hear me, bro?
Does that work?
Yeah. Good.
I need to. I'm trying to be fancy like y'all. I went and got me some headless, some wireless. And next thing I know, I'm Mickey Mouse. So.
Hey, it's okay to be
back to the drawing board.
MICK. You know what I mean? So you good. You good. So guys, so thank you for being here. Again, we're experiencing, I think, in my opinion, a much needed dry spell for me, because then I get to play catch up, get my pockets right again. I can actually sit back and go through stuff. I get back and I can watch Good Morning Grails on Tuesdays, because I know that's exactly what Brother Cousins is going to do, because stuff is dry. He's going to start getting them grails. So I can definitely do that. Haven't got any notifications from Riley, so that always lets me know that there's nothing dropping. So exactly, if I don't get a notification, if I don't see, and it's crazy as fuck, because I'll always check my phone. Sometimes I'll get up, go to the bathroom midnight, like around 3. I'll check and see. Well, no, Riley didn't send me shit. Ain't nothing out. So what I mean. Definitely, that's just how it is. So anyway, enjoy it while it lasts. Nope. So again, there's widespread discussions about what's going on right now, which is delays. Now, us as collectibles right now, as collectors, when it comes to collectibles, we're kind of, and those who have been doing it for so many years now, we kind of understand the game. We kind of understand the process, and the simple fact that this is January, and we are running into that slow process to whereas we'll experience more delays. The Chinese New Year now is much earlier than what's expected. So I kind of expected that we would get some delays, even though they put out that what's are coming soon. And we can still get some releases. Like I said, it is Wednesday. Normally Thursday nights we'll get some, releases or whatever. We can still get a reveal. Who knows? They can get active, but they have slowed down the process a tad bit, and a lot of people are starting to get those notifications. So again, it is going to be that slow dry. I was talking to Will yesterday. He was like, yo, good topics considering the simple fact that it is dry. So I was like, all right, let's just talk about these things. So I want to start off by asking everybody this question. You know what I mean? Is just a normal question for everybody, and people out there in the chat, you can chime in on that as well. But Riley, I'm gonna start with you first, since you're working with, limited time. I want to ask this question. Awesome. What does collecting really mean to you? Now, what I mean, and what I mean by that is like, collecting takes on so many different facets, for people. Some people do it because it's therapeutic. Some people do it because it's cool. Some people do it because they really appreciate the art form. Sometimes people do it to piss Carlos off. Sometimes people just basically there's reasons, there's levels to this, when it comes to collecting, and people have their own personal preference. So Riley, let me ask you a question. What does collecting mean or really mean to you?
I love this question, man. So collecting to me, I'd say it's more so like a hobby, I'd say, because I'm one of the ones where I'm a later collector. Like I joined collecting collecting Hot Toys in about mid 2021. So I'm a little newer. I'm not like a Mario and all these vets, but it's really the main thing was COVID. That's really what got me into this. I was around COVID time. Everything was locked down. I was chilling, and I was just like, damn, like I gotta find new hobbies, man. Like gaming has not been it. Will, you already know, bro. It's not the vibes right now, except for God of War.
Yeah, God of War's the vibes.
Yeah. But that was the time when I was just like, I gotta find some like new hobbies, something I can do. And I found, the main thing I found it from was from YouTube. So I was I was always into Hot Toys. Like I never bought them because I was just like, they're crazy expensive. Like I can't do this back when I was younger. But finding more like this hobby on YouTube and seeing like even these guys here, like I was not a YouTuber. I was not a content creator beforehand. I would just watch these guys. Same as everyone in the chat. And these guys are awesome as well. But I kind of just started from there. I saw reviews, I saw unboxings, and I was like, this is just a really awesome hobby to be in. And there's a lot of good people out there. So I was like, why don't I go dive more into this? Maybe down the road. I don't know when I'm going to do this. Cause back before like 2020, I didn't have a job yet. Cause I was obviously, I think I was like 17 or 18. But once I turned 19 about 2021, and I started collecting. I started getting my first few figures, and you already know how it goes. You go down the rabbit hole, things get crazy. Turn back. Yeah, exactly.
It's over.
And then
it's a wrap.
That's really what sprouted it. And like I said, that's more so the reason I collect the hobby, and also just because I look at collecting not even just like a hobby. It's more so just me. Like this is my collection. This is my room. The man cave is what I'd like to call it. Yeah, this is everything that kind of resembles me in a way. So like I have my gaming setup, I have my collectibles, and I collected before, but nothing into Hot Toys, and I'm glad I did so because it's not only just about the hobby, it's about the friendships that I made, the people in the chat, all the people out there, and all the guys here. There's like Will says all the time, like these guys are like one of my closest friends, and I haven't met them in person, and I love it. So and we'll set that up one day. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, we saw each other at Celebration though with Rosario Dawson.
The thing is, I don't exactly. Me and you, that shit was crazy. That was the best time.
I looked at a video again, like a throwback, and you were like screaming when she came out. I was laughing so hard, dude.
I look at this and I'm like, yo, like it's those moments that define everything about collecting, because like I said, we met through this, through this platform, and it just made it so fun. Like that was, such an experience.
Build the bonds. It's awesome.
Yeah, you build those bonds, those special bonds that you have with people. Let me bounce around here. I'm gonna skip around here real quick. Let's go to Dan. Let me go to cheating ass Dan.
Every time he says he's bounce around, he just goes to me.
I got to. I got to fuck with you. You bounce around, right? So, cheating ass Dan, what does collecting really mean to you, bro? Like, what is it? What is it? That level of fulfillment for you when it comes to collecting, bro?
Oh man, for me, it's like, it's cool. Like, it's therapeutic. It's just, and it's a hobby, man. Like, it's something to do. Like, you know, before the whole YouTube thing, like, I would collect. I started getting into Hot Toys because Dre. I think most people know that story. So, once I started collecting these figures, it's because, like, man, like it was kind of like, in my head, it was just like, oh man, I wish I could. This would be cool as hell to have if I was like a kid, like, because I had the old Hasbro like Star Wars figures, like I had the old like Luke. I think I was the only one I actually had, but like it just reminded me of that. I didn't even know like they made like 6 scale like 12-inch figures like to this quality like that, because I've seen like the Black Series and all that, but like it never really interested me to collect.
Yeah.
Until I really saw Hot Toys, and then I saw other 6 scale figures, and I was just like, damn, like that's cool, man. Like I would love to like have that in my collection because, as a kid, like this wasn't accessible to me. I didn't have like a lot of toys like that. So like for me, like it was just like, it's just badass to have. For me, it's something like it's therapeutic when I just sit there and look at it. Like it's dope, man. like even if I didn't do the YouTube thing, man, I'd be here collecting, probably have
Exactly.
like the same amount of figures. Like I don't think anything would change. I just do the YouTube thing just for fun and to share with like you guys. So
Definitely.
like
Right.
for me,
And
this is
that's what
just
makes it,
badass.
bro.
Like regardless, like I don't care. Like
it's amazing, bro. It just
it's just one of those things, man. Like it's just that cool. It's just that cool hobby, you know. I don't. It's hard to explain, like, but
now
I mean, you guys know.
You and because you cheat, and that's
I do.
Cheating
I
ass
do.
nigga.
That's another reason why I collect.
Because you cheat.
I was spawned out of the force of collecting to cheat.
To cheat. So also, I know basically. So people don't really notice, and because we don't really, and people think I'm playing when I say this shit. Like, you meet family members through collecting. Like you really do.
Yeah.
Like that's how I found out that me and Cam was related. Like honestly, it's crazy. Like that's how I found out that me and Cam was related. It's like
Ancestry.com, everybody.
Exactly.
This show is sponsored by Ancestry.
Sponsored.
Straight up. But Cam, like, I mean, literally, bro, what brought you into this, man?
Yeah, man. I think like just like Dan and like Riley said, like I never really knew that, besides having like action figures, having kids, you know what I'm saying? You would always go to stores and you like walk through Target and Walmart. And my daughters, of course, want to go look at the dolls, right? And I'm like, oh shit, y'all don't want to check out these action figures. Knowing damn well they don't want to see them, but I'm just gonna go peek at them myself. And I'm like, oh Batman, damn, they got the good ones here. And then I have to leave because I'm an adult. But then I found out there was a community of people that were collecting larger figures at better scales with more detail. And then at first I couldn't get my head wrapped around paying over $200 for something at all. You know what I'm saying? That just sat on my shelf. But like Riley said, COVID hit. I was in the house. The little extra check was coming in. And I asked my wife, I said, hey, can I get it? She's like, all right, go ahead. So once that happened, it was like a snowball effect. So before I knew about the ramifications of going too crazy and learn what a spreadsheet was from Will, I literally was losing my mind. And I think in that first year, I had bought like 10 figures, like just pre-orders out of the ass, left and right. But for me, it's always been like Riley said, it's like an idea of being able to build a man cave, or you have your own space. You know what I'm saying? Your other place where you can kind of just relax and sit back and just look at the things that you collect and really just enjoy them in your own way, And it's cool because like my daughters even look at it now and they like to do it too. So like my daughter has like way too many Barbies at this point. Of course, they're not going to be trophy cased at all, but she thinks they're supposed to stand next to Spider-Man. And I'm like, that look good, knowing damn well I'm about to move it when she go to sleep. So
right.
But yeah, no, it's good. You know what I'm saying? It kind of teaches them a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? As far as responsibility to be able to keep things in order as well. So
yeah, definitely, bro. All day. Riley, I know you got a dip, man. You wanna give a shout out to anybody? You wanna, let people know what you got going on your channel, how many females you about to see tonight?
A lot, man.
Yeah, a lot, man. No,
How many hot tub females do you have?
Oh my god, many to count, man. That's crazy. But sorry I had to cut it short. Layout.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
He's like, true, I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, bro, don't say that. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Yeah, my channel.
Where are
sure
you
check it
going
out.
though?
Bro, I'm going out with some friends. Chill.
There's ladies involved.
Hell knows, bro. I'm out.
Get all in my
Party, bro.
Yeah, true.
For real.
He'll have like 3 women on his arms. Yep.
Oh,
Stop.
you guys are
trying to see my
You guys are
lightsaber.
unreal. Hey, yo.
USB light up, baby.
USB. Oh my god, KG, they'll hold it down for me. The other one, but check out my channel. We got.
Don't leave me alone.
Shorts, live streams. I'm sorry. Hey, you're flexing that Kenobi, bro. I see you flexing that. All right. Yeah. Just got YouTube shorts, live streams, videos. I think I'm 10 off 1.3K. So shout out to you guys. You guys have been killing it. Thank you so much. And yeah, just been pumping out content. Has been a little bit free recently, but I appreciate the invite, Leo. I'm definitely coming on next Wednesday, and any of these guys.
No, you're not. He's gonna be like, Yeah, I got
No, you're
these
not.
draws. I
Hey.
got. No, I'm just
Hey,
But no.
chill.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, guys, thank you for the invite, Leon. I'll catch all
doubt,
you guys
bro.
later. You guys are
All right,
See you,
man.
Riley.
Later, bro.
All
Check
right,
y'all,
peace
bro.
out,
Have a
guys.
good time tonight, bro. Hey,
Finally.
so yeah, he was like, I'm dipping. So
I'm out.
hey, so Jay, I was gonna ask you this question, but in the background, I was trying to cue up some pimp music, but it never loaded to my
It never
damn
loaded.
computer. I was like, ain't that a bitch? On purpose, it wouldn't load. So you already know how it is. But anyway, bro, like cuz bro, you need your own theme music, bro. Every player should have it. So. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Anyway, bro, like what really got you into this, man? Like what does collecting really mean to you besides the grails? You know what I mean? Besides the simple fact that it's a sexy looking collection that you got back there, bro.
Thank you. Wow, thank
What brought you into this, bro?
you know, shit. It started for me when I was like 10 years old, collecting me and second brother fighting each other over damn Toy Biz X-Men figures. You know, going to Toys R Us back in those days, you could take about like $10 and buy 2 figures and maybe a comic book. You know, I'm definitely dating myself, but that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was, you know, in the 90s, it was the McFarlane stuff. And to me, in the 90s, it was hard. You know, you know, being, you know, it was shit, you know, I had to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of them streets and shit like that. So doing music helped. And music, you know how music is. Music is great in this part of your heart, but at the end of the day, it becomes competition. It becomes a job.
And then you need an escape from that.
And you need an escape from your, you know, your love. Thing you love. You need to escape from it. So the figures were all in collecting was always like, it was personal to me. It's crazy being a YouTuber in this because this was always a personal thing that I didn't necessarily hide it because like I had a studio. People came to my house and they saw the shit and they were like, whoa, what are these? Some people were, you know, I was called the 40-year-old version.
Yeah, bro.
And the funny thing is, he actually had some details. And
he did have details.
He did.
I was like, I have
memes
that.
are
They did their research,
Right.
Man, you had to call out the details on that, though, bro.
Right, but it was crazy. but that's the thing. It was like that for a while. And then so it was private. It was an escape. So what it mean, you know? But to answer your question, what it really means to me, it's peace. It really it's really peace, and I enjoy collecting, and I enjoy nostalgia, and that's why I like dip. It's hard for me because I dip and dabble through all different properties. Like I'm a child of the 80s, teen of the 90s, man of 2000. That's how you know, that's really what it is. So I'm like buying shit all over.
Nicely said, bro. Yeah.
So that's what it means to me. It's just nostalgia and just, you know, and
that's couldn't said it better. And we got a super chat, $1.99 super chat by 6L Mafia. When the booty cheese clap 3 times, BC is summoned. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. So definitely, man. Thank you for the super chat. Will.
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna get at you real quick, bro, because I know before the collecting, I mean, you was a pop star, bro. Had a guitar.
Was I a pop star?
Piano, you know what I mean?
Well, I did have straightened hair.
The picture you had, you in the middle of the street sitting.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, bro. That was with a bass guitar too. And funny thing, it was electric. Wasn't even plugged in. So, yeah. But
you were sitting in the middle of the street.
Yeah, the people didn't know it wasn't plugged in. I was just playing it, but you know, no one would have heard it. And it's a bass guitar. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do?
Right?
Sounds like some white shit.
Yeah, pretty much. But Leos, it's a really good question. Like, what is collecting? You sent me this before the show, and I was like, damn, this is actually really cool, man. Because I think originally why we got into this was what everyone kind of says. They all say, like, we all say pretty much nostalgia. Nostalgia is like the number one thing that got into it. But I think for me personally, it kind of morphed into something different over time. Like, I still feel like nostalgia is a big reason why I do it. And I tend to go after things that I have like a personal connection to. Like, I really remember fondly that I loved watching this property or watching with family members or doing whatever. But I think now, like with doing YouTube and stuff, collecting has become like part of my socialization. I feel like I feel like it's become like the community has become such a huge part of what all, like the people in the chat and what we do. Because it's like, you know, I've met so many people and just grown so much because of doing this. Like, just not as a collector, period, like as like a person. like as a person, like learned a lot of great stuff, met all you guys, like a lot of people on this panel and people even who are not, who I've met in collecting are legitimately like some of my best friends, and I've never met them in real life. Like you guys have helped me through any number of hardships that I've gone through, and like, you know, giving me advice and help me kind of grow and do any number of things. So I feel like collecting is just a part of that. Like it's grown much bigger than I think I personally ever thought it would. Like I grew to a point where it's become like more like you guys mentioned, like a family. I think that's really what it is, right? Like we all come together and we unify over like a common passion and a common interest. And I think that's really what it is. It's socialization, it's passion, and it's like combining all that into something that's escapism. So it's not always that way. Like you guys mentioned about music, sometimes you need an escape from your escape. Like that's just how it goes sometimes. Like because you're like, okay, I'm gonna get a little overwhelmed, getting a little burnout, or maybe like something's a little toxic at the time. Like people are making it not fun for whatever reason. So that happens too. But I think at the end of the day, collecting to me is like, it gives me something positive and productive and healthy, and like it gives me so much really that I never thought would really happen. Like I got into it because of originally I was into cosplay and I was doing Kylo Ren cosplay, and I bought a Kylo Ren hot toy, and then I was like, oh shit, I really like this, and I started watching YouTube videos and going in the community, and I was like, okay, now I'm fucking hooked, and I'm buying Darth Maul and Doctor Strange and Thor and whatever. So and and now we're doing these live streams, and now this has become such a huge part of my routine. Like, you know, when I meet new people and I tell people about it, they're like, that's really cool, actually. Like, you met all these people, and now I'm finally going to, you know, San Diego to drop my drawers at Calvin's house, and like, you know, I can't wait to do this. Brother cousins, I heard about that, but it's really just become like a really really fun thing, bro. So yeah, I would say that it's become family, man. It's become family, and like, that's really why I want to go. So you know.
Every time you say some shit like that, Calvin got to take a drink, bro.
I know. He's like, I got to take a fucking drink, and he's like, Will ain't coming over.
God damn it.
But yeah, man. So that's what I would say, Leo, and also because, and you know, the excitement we get from unboxing something you really care about, and you get something that you're really excited about, man. Like there's, you know, when I get home, I still have that excitement. When I get home and I know there's a package there waiting for me, I'm just like, I don't even eat, bro. Like the first thing I do is unbox that thing. Like I'm just like, all right, nobody fuck with me for like 30 minutes. I was like, I need my space to like, if Carlos calls me, I'm like, you getting declined. Like, cause I'm focused on unboxing shit, right? That's basically what happens. So I think like, it's just like, I don't know, cause you get so excited, and that's why sometimes like we do buy first batch or one things early, because that like adrenaline rush you get from getting something you're really excited about. I just think it's like, it's great, man. So it's that, but I think to me, it's more about the connection too.
Yeah, that's crazy when you say you get a new box, because there's 3 trucks that are infamous around my area: UPS, FedEx, DHL.
Yep. They know your address specifically.
They know my address.
But even when you don't have something coming, sometimes I'll see the truck and I'm like, ooh, no, I want to.
Yep. Well, it's true. Yeah, Jay. Like, even if I'm not expecting a package, if I see UPS go by, I'm like, are y'all bringing me something? Like, is it Christmas?
Literally, like I got up the other morning, I had my you know, my robe on, went out to the front door to get some air, and I saw the UPS truck, and I was like, did I order some shit? But it was going to somebody else's house, and I'm like, did I? Because the thing is, he goes like a certain route, but then he'll loop around and he'll come down my street. If I see him slow down, it normally means he's looking for my house. But if I see him slow down, sometimes they give me the 52 fake out. They'll slow down and speed up when it gets to my house. I'm like, that's some bullshit.
Oh yeah. And when they go by, Leo, you're like, oh damn, I didn't order anything. You're just like, well, I guess I better go order something then. Yeah. So, yeah, bro, it's crazy.
That's how it is. So before I get to you, KG, I want to bring another young man in here real quick. We got none other than your boy. I couldn't leave you hanging, so I had to bring somebody else in here to kind of share.
Thank God.
The rat kid.
Your next KG.
Hanging. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me just bring in, you know, the third member. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we got Nick in the building. What's going on, Nick?
Yeah, I heard Riley's going on a date, so he needed cover. So
He's like, let me just come on in real quick.
Yeah,
thank you for being here, bro. Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you for being here. KG, besides from the simple fact that, you know, collecting has gotten you some great Hollywood, you sons of bitch. Why'd you put that up
there? Oh shit, I didn't even see
that. Yeah. All right, nothing. You know what? What does collecting mean to you, man? What is it?
Well,
What is it?
Man, I pretty much what everyone echoed. You know, it's for me growing up as a kid. I loved Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and that was my number one character growing up. I know Nick has feels the same way as well. I mean, we grew up with that character, and I collected like Marvel Legends and Marvel Select figures, Mattel figures from DC. Like your collection evolves over time. And one thing I love about these figures is that I love to pose them because posing these figures are just like, I don't know. To me, it's just therapeutic. I love it. Kind of gets me into the zone. You know what I mean? It just it keeps away from all the troubles in my life and things that I'm struggling with, and and doing those posing videos. It's such a, I don't know. It's very therapeutic for me. And these figures, each of these figures represent a part of my childhood. I mean, you see here Obi-Wan and Anakin, growing up as a kid, watching those films with my small big box TV, like the VHS stuff. And to me, it's that's what it matters. It reminds me of the great moments of my life, and moments that you can't get back, but now they're memories, and I'm really excited for the future of collecting and things we're getting. Like, I'm so excited for that Tobey Maguire figure, because everything that figure stands for me is just right there. That's my definition of my childhood, was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and even Anakin as well. Like, those characters on the back then are just great. And there are times at night, when I sleep, I'm just like, let me change a few things with these figures, so then I can fall asleep. Because I don't know, there's something in my head, there's something like an idea that I want to
pops in. You got to kind of get it. Yeah, definitely, bro. I get you.
Right. So things like that. So it's like I said again, it's therapeutic. And now, like what Will says, I mean, this whole community, doing YouTube now, it's a great thing. Talking to you guys, like my friends in my personal life, they support the idea of me collecting these things, but they think I'm really stupid in collecting these things because how much they do cost. But it's whatever. But being a part of this community, like with you guys, Will, Lael, even Carlos. I don't like Carlos that much, but it's okay.
I don't think anybody likes Carlos that much. Bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Dan,
it's really crazy.
Right, Dan and Dre, Nick, Calvin, brother Cousins, and Cam. It's a great. It's literally a family. We built something that now it's like a foundation. So it's. I can't wait to see what we do next, and I think so far we are going in a straight positive path, hopefully. I'm sure, in each hobby or in each thing, there's always going to be drama, which is unfortunate, but we have to find a way to kind of surpass that and just follow the positive side of collecting. And I think that to me is, and I stay away from that as much as possible, because it's all about talking to you guys, which is the best part of this hobby, and also collecting these figures and posing them. So
yeah, definitely, man. So thanks for that, bro. Thanks for that. I'm leaving Carlos for last because I know Carlos is gonna say some shit. So that's why I'm leaving him for last. I'm just letting
peaceful,
y'all know.
bro. I don't know.
I know you're gonna say some shit. I'm gonna go to my man Calvin, bro. What's going on with you, bro? Like, you've been in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, you've been in the game.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm just,
so
I wouldn't say I'm in the game. I started in like 2018. To be honest, it's just when I'm interested into something, I go all in. I've never been one to half-ass an interest. When I figure out I like it, oh damn, I'm in.
Yeah, and you're all in. Yeah.
But I got married in August of 18, and I had a lot of outside hobbies. I was a VP of my motorcycle club. I like to go shooting. It's just a lot of things I have interested out the house. And once I got married, obviously she wants me in the house more often. So I needed something to keep me in the house. Right? So honestly, I found the Pops. I found like a Jack Skellington one, and then had no clue how long the lines were, how the different variations of anything. You know what I'm saying? So I got to use the term blame Jetta. If anybody remembers his YouTube channel, I was following his for a couple display things. And he referred me to a store called Shumi, which happened to, when I looked up the spot, he's on South Carolina, East Coast. So I'm thinking it's on the other side of the country. I looked the place up. It's 20 minutes from the house in West Covina. I'm like, oh shit, dude's here? Check him out. Cool dude. Went to his soft opening, went to his grand opening. He had his own little space in his shop. It was Hot Toys.
Word.
had the Mark IV neon blue one. He had some like the I think a Mark III, but I just saw the art box. I never saw a figure. I never felt one. I didn't know what they were. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, so what's this over here? He's like, oh, well, this is my own little personal spot. I'm like, are you selling these? He's like, well, I'm not undecided. So of course I go to do my research. I'm typing in Hot Toys online, and it keeps shooting me to Sideshow, and I'm like, "What the hell's a Sideshow? No, I want Hot Toys."
Right. Yeah.
So it took me a minute to even realize that was the case, and then I finally put in an order for Mark 50 and 85, and I got that Mark 50 in hand. Hence why the Iron Man line is what it is, because that was the first thing to hit my hand. I got that one day. I think 4 days later, I had the Mark IV War Machine, and I've been going down. And I've been going down ever since.
Rabbit hole ever since. Damn, I feel you, bro.
Hence,
that's how it was. Like
what y'all see here.
Like Will, I told you, like the first figure ever that I've collected, 6 scale, was the Kylo Ren.
Same.
And after that, it happened to pop up as an interest on Facebook. That's the first time I actually saw the figure, a Hot Toys figure, through Sideshow. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it looks so real. You know what I mean? We start seeing head sculpts. I'm like, yo, I'm done. It's just a wrap for me as soon as I dove in. But I've been collecting for so many years, just on a smaller scale. You know what I mean? From comics to whatever. So once I dove into that, it was, what it is.
I mean,
Nick, I'll
it was
go to you in a
always
minute.
coming.
Exactly. Definitely. It's always something. Nick, I'll go to you in a minute, but I'm going to hear from Carlos first because I don't want to keep him waiting. I'm just interested in hear what the hell he's going to say. Carlos.
I'm peaceful, so.
You're right. You're right. It's bullshit. Carlos, what does collecting mean to you, brother?
Man, collecting is it's definitely interesting for me. So I'll kind of talk about like what got me into collecting and, go from there. But I guess for me, it was that, a few years back, I remember that, I was working. It was right when my business was still coming up. And I remember thinking like, it'd be really cool if I was to have like a Black Panther or an Iron Man figure or something like a small thing, right? And I did some research, right? Hot Toys, kind of like Calvin, and I eventually ended up with Sideshow. And I remember looking at that the Civil War Black Panther, and I was like, it was like 240 or something like that. Where I was like, man, you got to be a fucking idiot to buy one of these. You know what I mean? I was like, there's no way who's gonna spend 240 on one of these. And little after that, I started getting into like the Mark IV gantry and all these other figures over time. But for me, man, I just like collecting cool shit. Like before Hot Toys, it was like more fancy stuff, if you will. But once I got into Hot Toys, it was and a little bit of statues. Just cool stuff, things that remind me of my favorite movies. Actually, I love movies. I actually own like almost 3,000 movies or some shit like that. So I own a ton of stuff. Yeah. I love watching movies, love all that stuff, man. And for me is that I have always gone back and forth as far as like creating a YouTube channel. And Will kind of knows this because I like to keep my collection and all that stuff to me, right? Like I don't really like to show it just because I feel like collecting was always something that it was personal for me. So like I never really wanted to like have people see what I have. One, and then two, just I wanted to. Yeah, it's personal. Like I only want to be able to see it. Like Will has seen it, but he's seen like 10% of everything I would own, you know what I mean? And the stuff that comes in and out. So I like to keep things to myself. So that's one of the reasons probably why I haven't. But for me, it means a lot, honestly, just because it reminds me of a lot of pieces. And, like I said, I love movies and all that good stuff. So, to me, collecting is very, very personal. That's why, you don't see anything of the stuff that I have. This room used to actually be my collection room. So I had to, made it into my office and move things around. But, man, from an occasional picture I post, I like to keep it really close, to me, just because it's supposed to be for me, and I don't give a fuck what everyone else says. It's just me, you know what I mean? So
yeah. Just personal to you, like it's something that you grab. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and so
yeah, man.
See, it was peaceful, man.
What's so surprising? This shit surprised the hell out of me because I normally know. So this is how I know when you're gonna say some funny shit. Because you've already prepared the shit and you've probably run that shit through Will because Will's laughing. So I'm like, all right, no, you're gonna say some shit. Like, cause you do that. So I'm just saying, you do that shit. Anyway, Nick, what's going on, bro? Why? I mean, I know like your figure photography is fucking phenomenal. Like literally the shit that you do, I want to punch you in the face because it's so good. But like literally, bro,
You
like
too, huh?
what? It's just it's so dope. But like, yeah, bro, like what is it about collecting?
Really quickly, really quickly. Nick, tell him why. Tell him the yawning story.
I knew this was gonna come.
I want to know what this is.
What is this, bro?
Yeah. Tell him. Tell him.
Why do I gotta tell him? You're the one that you did it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell people why you. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I made a reel the other day, and I had a little intro, and I was like, "Yo, let's do some photos," and I did a little thing, and I was like, like that sort of thing, right? And Carlos left a comment. And I'm over the first half of it. I was like, wow, this is a very nice comment. This must have been someone else. But the first half was like, man, this is a dope video. Number 2, I love the intro. And then number 3 was, it was like, yo, by the way, don't keep your mouth open for too long because like Ghost put your dick in your mouth or something. I have no fucking clue. It was absolutely insane. And now he won't stop bringing it up.
He's very proud of it.
He's very proud of it.
It was a top comment for me.
Yeah, Leo.
Comment of the year.
Leo, close your mouth before he says something.
Did you really say Ghost? Did you really say some shit like that, bro?
Well, I mean, I said if you yawn for too long, a ghost will put his dick in your mouth. And he was asking for it, so that's all I said. So yeah, that's. You haven't heard of that?
No, Nick. So man, let me ask you a question.
I've never heard of that
why
either,
why I don't even know why.
I didn't know Ghost did that.
Yo, right after I gave you a pass, you say some shit like that, bro. Like I gave you, Nick. Why? What is it? Could you answer the question? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
What does it mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, very similar to KG. For a long time, I collected in like my younger days, and it was mainly for nostalgia. Like I just love collecting things of like old movies or like video games, like stuff I really loved. And as I've gotten older, now you see I do a lot of photography. I've grown like I've just have a new love for it, like with photography. I love taking photos and I love telling stories with them or recreating moments.
Yeah, which is so dope.
Yeah, I love it so much. And I think that's like my new thing with it. And just being here and having all these amazing collectibles, it's just like I come home and I'm happy, and I get to talk to you guys about it, and it makes me even happier.
Definitely, bro. That's
Yeah.
a good answer. Good answer, man. Definitely a good answer. So I want to move on to this next topic real quick. We got 151 people, had 159, but 151 people out there watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to everybody here. Make sure you have actually done so. So please do so if you haven't already. We want to and get past 100. We got to get 150 likes. Come on, man. Let's go. Anyway, real quick. And this, like I said, this next question, because it has levels to it. It does. It really does have level to it. Are we our worst enemies when it comes to collecting? Because there's so much involved in this question. Okay. Because our worst enemies can mean that sometimes we are very reactive. We react off of shit. You know what I mean? Like we really, really do. And sometimes it can be a mental thing for some reason. Like if we don't get a figure on time, like what I mean by that is not talking about the delays right now, but let's UPS or DHL or FedEx not show up to your house when they're supposed to. You are watching that clock. Like literally, you are looking outside. Like, where the fuck is this? Like literally, let it delay. And the thing is, they give you a window, right? And that window sometimes said by 9 p.m. Or
yep.
You know what I mean? So, exactly, right? So if it gets to 7 o'clock, you haven't received your shit. Yeah. And sometimes they get petty. They'll actually deliver your shit last. Like they really do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it is a mental thing that we run into, but I'm just talking about like a large scope because that comes into play, when it comes to, even within the community, man. Like I said, we see some of the conversations that kind of float around. It should, and that kind of coincides with another topic. It's like when we when we do these things, like we don't, sometimes we sit down and think, we're like, yo, I can't believe I went to those lengths. So sometimes I can't believe I was that charged over it. I was reaching over something like that. But brother, cuz let me ask you that question. Do you think that, like, especially in this, you know, the way we are within the community, us being content influencers, you know, that we can be our worst enemies when it comes to this community and when it comes to collecting in general?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He could be our worst enemies on several fronts. To our budget.
Yeah.
That's one. The worst can come out of you with collectibles. Like you said,
Yeah.
like I ran into that. I forget what it was. I remember I was waiting for cable. And I got cable, and cable came in. It was supposed to be here. It was a day. It was on the truck. It was in like right in my vicinity. And for some reason, the UP, I got two UPS trucks in my neighborhood. One guy is real cool. The other guy, he don't give a fuck. He don't care. I remember I was waiting for that damn Terminator arm to come one day. This is a big box. And I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, this is a lot of money. I've been waiting for this piece, and I know it's coming. Bruh brings the truck up, comes off, and I know it's supposed to be delivered that day. I'm waiting. Walks off the truck. I see him look at a box, and he was like shaking his head. Then he takes some other packages. I think it was some stuff for my wife, some QVC shit, and he just puts them down. I was like, whoa, bro. What the hell is this? He walked away. He was like, huh? I was like, huh? Dude, I know it's a package on there that's big. I saw you look at it and shake your head. He was like, you want to come help me with it? I was like, no.
Hell no.
Bring my shit.
I would have been hella mad, dude.
So he wasn't going to bring it because it looked too big. Like he didn't want to carry it off the truck.
I was like, dude, why would you want to leave it on the truck? He was like, I wasn't going to leave it on the truck. I said, bullshit. I saw you look at it and shake your head. He's like, dude, it's heavy. I was going to have the other truck come. You was going to get it today, but sometimes we pass packages. I was like, no. I was like, dude. I didn't report him. I didn't report him because I ain't that type. But damn, I was like, dude, come on. But then there's another guy in the neighborhood that every time he sees, he already know Jay. He was like, Sasha, here you go. He gets it right. He already knows what the deal is.
Yeah.
But I'm real impetuous at times. That's, bringing the worst out. I can be a real impatient person in that. That can, that's not good in this game, especially now, because you'll be impetuous and spend a whole bunch of money on something that you could get for a cheaper price. So you gotta learn to work with that. I'm learning to work with that. So,
bro. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it's like you get impatient. And again, when you say that, it does harken back to the simple fact that you spend money on things that eventually is going to go on sale, or will normally go on sale the day after it's fucking released. And you know what I mean? So it's like you really, really have to be careful about that shit, because like you said, like we do get impatient and it does cause us to act out. Real quick, not to get off the subject, we have a neighbor down the street, the UPS during the summer, because during UPS, like they get real, like luckily I live in a nice area, a really decent area, it's really nice, quiet, whatever. But UPS, sometimes they're risk takers. So they'll drive down the street with the door open, because I guess they just don't care. Like they're trying to get air in the truck. So I guess they delivered a package. But it was the wrong package to this guy. The guy was pulling off, and instead of the dude just waving him down, he hawked that truck down and jumped in the door. In the door, bro.
Damn.
Like literally jumped in the door to say, hey, you this ain't mine. I was like, oh shit.
That's some dedication, bro. I feel like doing that sometimes, though.
Bro,
I have
chased
him
down in Nike flip-flops, bro.
You chased the truck down? I would, Jay. I would totally.
I've actually chased the truck down. I did.
You did that?
I chased the truck down because they missed me, because they said I wasn't there and I was waiting.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
And they passed it. And I was like, they didn't even knock on the door. I chased that joker down. I was like,
I would too, bro.
What's up?
Well, Jay, I did that one time because the USPS driver kept doing that to me. So I parked my car in the front yard, and I saw him trying to do it, and he saw me, and then he stopped. Yeah. So he tried to go away. I parked my car literally in the yard, right near the mailbox, so he couldn't see me. And then he started to write the little pink slip, and then he just saw me, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he just gave it to me. I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "This bitch," because he did it to me once or twice before, and I was like, "He ain't getting me this time."
Hold up. Will, you ran? Did you literally run into a truck before, bro?
No, I didn't run. I parked my car in the fucking,
parked your car
like I parked my car in the yard, basically waiting for him to show up. So he was gonna pull some shit because I know he did it before. Like, yeah, they write you that little pink slip of death, basically, where you have to go and pick it up from the fucking post office, and you're like, no way, bro, I was here the whole time.
A day later until they get it back.
A day later.
Yep, they don't even care. Yeah, exactly.
And then you got to wait
even knock on your door
after 12 o'clock to get it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you can just go in the morning because they have to process it and get it ready to let you know that it's available. It's a pain in the ass, bro. Like, straight up, it is.
And they'll say, like, yeah, we came to deliver it to you. And I was like, I've literally been sitting by the door all day. Like, and you couldn't have possibly come to the door without me knowing it. Yeah.
So
So
See, that's the thing, is like UPS is infamous on that. And then it's like the simple fact that you have to wait. It's like, all right, I know it's coming. Especially, it's work. Okay, so if it's a figure, we can deal with it. It's like, all right, cool. You can toss it around. But if it's a fucking statue, it's like, oh my God.
Nope.
I'm like, ooh, I know it's coming, bro. You don't know how much bricks I was shitting when I knew Wonder Woman was on his way, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, please don't mess my statue up, because I swear to God, I swear to God, bro. But that's the thing. It's like collecting as in a whole, it changes us, bro. It for real. Sometimes it really changes to the point where now it's like being extra sneaky. I can't say what I want to say because Toy is watching, but you get extra sneaky. So when they see a package, you be like, "Oh, nah, that shit was here like last week." You remember when that shit showed us? She's like, "Did nothing come last week? I don't remember." No, yeah, it did. You was upstairs and they knocked on the door and I got nobody knocked on the door. You know what I mean? So you get tricky, but you start acting really. I don't know, Dan. I know you know about this shit, bro, because I know you do some sneaky shit, bro. What's going on, Dan?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
I know
See, Dan knows.
I know it does. What experiences, Dan? Like literally, can you say like? Do you notice how sometimes this thing can not change you really to the worst, but it can make you like a bad part of yourself?
Oh, I'm an asshole when I get impatient, man. The poor USPS people down there, man, they have to hear it from me sometimes. Dude, like, what? I think it was Count Dooku. I got my Count Dooku from a guy locally, and it was pretty much brand new, whatever. But he shipped it to USPS. Bro, they left that little stupid pink slip on my door like twice. So and it was fucked up because he did it at like 9 in the morning. Like he was, oh, no one was home, I'm not gonna drop it off. I was like, what the fuck? When do you guys need somebody? Usually like USPS just drops it off like the door. Yeah. Whatever. But so I went down there to the USPS office in my city and I was just like, can I pick up my package? I heard it said on the note to come here. They were like, oh, we didn't even drop it off at this post office. It's at another one, like the next town over. I was like, what the hell? All right, go over there. They're like, we don't have it. I was like, what do you mean you don't have it? Like, what? They're like, it's on a truck somewhere. We don't, it should be getting delivered. I was like, dude, I just got a notice like this morning that it wasn't getting delivered. So now I'm going back and forth. And then like I finally go back to the original post office and they're like, oh yeah, truck just brought it in. Man, I ain't ever yelled at some post office people before in my life. I was just like, bro, y'all got me going back and forth. And like you guys are down the street from my damn house. Like you guys are just some lazy sons of bitches. And,
that's much.
Dude, that's happened when my Nightwing statue was getting delivered. Like it was on the truck and then it got rescheduled for the next day. I was shitting bricks too. Yeah, man. The couriers around me aren't very good. Like my Moji cases. Oh my god, bro. My Moji cases. It's been the biggest headache with the acrylic, man. I finally got my replacements, thank God. But like, yo, like the truck drivers out here just be throwing shit, like literally like football throwing shit.
Yeah, they do, bro.
Like, yo, 3 of the 4 Moji case acrylic front panels were broken on mine.
Damn.
3 of the 4, bro.
Damn.
I got 3 of them replaced. It was crazy, dude. Brian Wong was just like, dude, what the hell are you guys? What are they doing? But yeah, nah, they sorted me out. But dude, I was furious. But Yeah, man, we for sure become our worst enemies, man. When it comes to anything, dude, like, yeah, it happens. I mean, like when you're excited for something and then like you get slightly disappointed or it gets delayed, you're just kind of like, it's annoying. It is annoying.
Yeah,
I become my. You know what makes me become my biggest worst enemy, bro? Iron Man batteries.
Oh yeah, I don't even bother.
Yeah.
I'll fucking throw, like, seriously, I was so tempted to throw a figure before, bro, because of that shit. And that's why I stopped putting the batteries in it. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. This lets me know that I'm finished. I can't fucking do that shit anymore, bro, because it's too much. I can't damn near see these glasses. I'm like, come the fuck on, man. If I gotta put those back, and then you put one in and the other one pops the fuck out. And I'm like, yo, I still haven't mastered that shit, bro. I still can't. You laughing, bro, but that shit's fucking for real. You put one and then don't do it. Like literally, bro. Like I have to be inside of the box. Like I have like my like when I'm posing the figures, I have to be in it because if I pop the battery out and it hits the floor, I'm not going to see it again. Because it's hard to find them shits. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you. Fucking Hot Toys, y'all need to change. Like you're doing it now, but you should have did that shit years ago. I fucking can't stand it.
Dude, for me, it's what's it called? Sometimes it's switching the damn hands, dude, on female figures.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
with a lot of figures.
When the peg just goes like this and you're trying to put the damn that should be having me fucking losing
some
bro.
Figures, dude.
Well, the first one I got, I actually snapped the wrist peg. Like I didn't even know because I didn't know what I was doing. And then I had to YouTube, and then here's Terry. And he was showing people how to get the drain out. And I was like, oh shit.
Yep. Having me Cam with a Death Trooper. I snapped a peg in the hand. Yeah.
You know what used to get me though is the Hot Toys glue. That you should just piss me off, dude.
Yeah.
That used to just annoy the shit out of me.
See, fuck all that, bro.
I'd be like, I'm ready to fucking return this damn thing.
I'm ready to retire from collecting.
That and putting the batteries in for the lightsaber. I stopped doing that shit.
Oh yeah,
I did that one time, but never again.
Especially taking the arm off, bro. Like,
I thought I broke it the first time, dude.
Yeah, not even worth it.
Yeah, bro. I did when I put Kylo's in.
Carlos is lightsaber now. You're thinking of the Carlos head sculpt for the Kylo.
Right. That's what it is.
When I put Kylo Ren's arm in, I thought I literally messed up the joint because it was not knowing that I didn't have the arm the whole way in the socket. So that's why. And I was just like, you know what?
And that figure layout has that tiny ass zipper, and you got to zip it like ever since like and then you got to put the arm in there.
Talk about the Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. The zipper is like literally that. Like it's like.
I could have had the same issue as well.
That was the reason why I stopped basically doing it. I was like, I'm never.
Dark Side Anakin, dude. You know how like the sleeve is like too big? Oh my god! Getting that damn cover over that sleeve is
it's difficult.
Was the most frustrating.
Which is the reason why.
Leo, do you
what's that?
Have you experienced the same pain with your dark side? Oh, wait, never mind. You don't
have He's gonna get the reissue, bro. It's fine.
No reissue.
It's happening, Nick.
Oh look. Hey, let's solo KG so we can see the dark side Anakin.
Yo, I got one too.
Okay, let's get it.
I got
He's
one
up there.
You should get it. Brother Cousins, do you have a dark side Anakin?
Yeah.
Oh, Leo's gonna kick me.
Leo can sell his generous out and he can get one. That is a really nice Anakin, to be fair.
He really is, though. I mean, I might have said it, but KG is over here rubbing it on his face. That's probably worse.
Jay, this motherfucker really did that, bro. Jay,
he's his own worst enemy.
He just started sliding it like
that was literally some Cousin Black shit, bro. When they had shit, and they rub it in your fucking face, bro.
Yeah,
he just pulled that shit. Fucker. Anyway, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why, and anybody can jump in, bro. Like I said, this question is huge for a particular reason because again, like we're kind of we understand that there's a process to delays when we experience it, and I've just been seeing this a lot now that when that topic is kind of rotated around the community, it can be, if it's productive, it's cool. You know what I mean? But when you get a group of individuals or a lot of people that are talking about it, and it grows or it's talking about, it's the conversation becomes negative, and then it divides the community. That's when it's like it brings out the worst. The community brings out the worst in people around this particular time. Now, I'm saying that because, okay, I hear that a lot of people are like, well, I think that the NR Joker now is, they didn't make the 22 slate. It's 2023 because it's delayed. Even though it was released then, they didn't make the 22 slate. Now, me knowing that we are going into the Chinese New Year, I literally kind of expected this to happen. Yeah. Like I literally did. There was nothing. I was like, I saw this and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get myself too hyped about it. Whenever it comes, it's definitely going to come. Okay. So whenever it's time to, get delivered, or when we know, that's just like, again, there was emphasis on that figure, but less emphasis on the notifications that we got from Sideshow about a lot of delays as well. So I just think that, like, literally that in-art figure has really brought out the worst in people. And I don't understand it, bro, because for a figure that is so spectacular, it has brought the worst out of it. And now, mind you, I want to talk about this real quick, and I know it's going to be dangerous territory.
Yes.
So it is. It is. But I just think
it shine.
Fresh, right?
Carlos is just like fucking waiting.
This is going to be dangerous territory, because here's the thing. If you know that a company, that you've had bad experiences with a company over and over again, and you've decided that you want to divorce from that company, right? You have no affiliations with them. You found the space where you're comfortable, you've collected, you're getting good response, you're getting your figures on time, whatever. There's transparency there. Okay, you're done with the company. There's no other conversations that you need to have about this space, about the company. You're done with it. So why do you continue to have those conversations about a company when you know if they're not changing, they're not going to change because you're saying something to them. It's up to them to change. Now, in that, playing devil's advocate, I think that the biggest mistake that Toys Wonderland made was putting out that disclaimer about the shipping. They should have just waited like every other company did, and maybe they wouldn't have this much pushback. But they did it, and of course, there's a response. But my thing is, it's like, we already know this about that company. Why is it always a brand new conversation? Like, why is it that people feel as though this is brand new activity from a company that you already know has a track record? Like, can anybody answer that, please?
Well, I'm just going to chime in on that with this.
Ooh,
See, the thing is with Toys Wonderland, yeah, I'm going to chime in and talk about it. Because we've talked about Toys Wonderland for over a year, about our experiences. Over a year. So people have to take that into account. But, and I'll say but, because I am one of the ones, I am with you. I'm one of the people that bought that NR Joker from Toys Wonderland. And the thing is, I bought that NR Joker from Toys Wonderland because that whole 3-day bullshit. Y'all remember? That whole 3-day, and it was a lot of people's first Queen Studio product, because it's even though it's in art, and a lot of people didn't know. I think we were all looking at it like the J&Ds, the Queen Studio. These things sell out quick, so we thought at that time, man, we got to get the jump on this. We don't want to miss this, man. This figure looks dope. Oh my god! And a lot of people, let's face it, they didn't get that damn. They didn't get DX07. I didn't get DX07.
Me neither. I didn't.
They didn't. So they were waiting for this. So that whole thing. And I'm going to blame Men Art for this, yes, because they created that whole stigma of that 3-day period. And when they did that 3-day, a lot of us jumped. Now, myself, a lot of people went to Spec Fiction and all that stuff. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know anything about Spec Fiction at that time. Nothing. I had no dealings with them, knew nothing about them at that time. So I was going with the devil that I knew. And I think a lot of people did that. So to
Yeah.
be hit with this whole thing, this, you know, the whole shipping information with that, it's bullshit. They had no, I mean, it's bullshit. It is. So I think people have a right to be mad, but also you got to also look at the reality of the situation. Like you said, this company has been doing some shit. They've been wishy-washy at best. I'll tell you, I've had great experiences with them. A lot in the early days, I had a lot of good experiences with them. I did. And you look at my older videos from 2020 and 2021, early 2021, I was telling you how good those experiences was. But after that, they started doing some janky shit. I was being sent the wrong figure. Mafia was sent the wrong figure. And yes, because I'm a YouTuber, they sorted that out until I had to pull their coattails on it. But I should not have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody should have to do that. So yeah, I mean, this ain't nothing new.
It's nothing, and that's my thing. It's nothing new. And here's the thing is, like, because I look at it like this. Yes, you know, Carlos, I know you've talked about it. You know, a lot of people have talked about it. Will, you've talked about it. The experiences with this particular company we have. But with that being said, I think that we also forget that we've also had dealings with other companies that have fucked us over a few times too, right? It's just that, again, like you know, Jay, you said it's the devil you know, and they've become the devil that everybody knows. So they're the go-to. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and have a whole YouTube discussion about it or just target them. I'm not going to do that because it's just not in my best interest to do that. You know what I mean? For me, it's just not, because the thing is, there's so much more out here for me to be worried about, to be, you know, really, really concerned about. I mean, and again, it wasn't the only delay that I got. You know what I mean? It's not the only company that I've dealt with where the shipping price was modified and changed after I was told something different. You know what I mean? Like I was told something originally. So these things actually happen, but I'm bringing this up, and I don't want to really spend too much time on it, but I'm bringing it up because, again, like, it's becoming a thing.
The Toys Wonderland thing, right?
Yes, it's becoming a thing. And I'm just trying to really understand that for us collectors, for you, Jay, for you, Will, for everybody here who's, you know, been collecting for some time now, long enough to know that this is the experience and this is what you're going to basically deal with. We know that there's delays. We know that Chinese New Year's comes around. You're not getting shit from Toys Wonderland for a minute. You're not getting anything from TNS sometimes, only if somebody decides to be there, because from what I'm understanding, and on top of that, they're still dealing with a fucking pandemic over there. So we understand that as well. So we understand these things, which it's like you become, it's like rational thinking at that time. It's like, okay, I have to understand that this is happening. That's happening. Okay, so there's going to be a slight delay. I have to be patient. And here's the thing. When you know there's a problem, when one of the biggest YouTubers in the game doesn't even have his yet, what's that say? You know what I mean? So obviously there is a problem. So I guess it's just one of those situations where we got to wait and chill. But Carlos, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to the Toys Wonderland and what's been going on, right? Like I get it. There's been NR, all that stuff, right? And the reality is that, you know, as you said, you know, there's been a lot of, you know, weird conversations and, you know, and everything that's going on with NR and Toys Wonderland. But let's just call that what it is, which is like, you didn't go to Toys Wonderland because that's the devil you know, right? You went to Toys Wonderland because of the price. Because you thought, you were like, oh, well, like this price looks pretty darn good, so I'm gonna go in it. Because like at the end of the day, bro, like, look, I understand if you're new, but none of us here are new, right? We all know KG Hobby, we all know 116 kit. If you don't know spec, well, you're like, well, fuck, you know, like we're all YouTubers here. Well, I just go on YouTube, but we all know someone. So if this is all happening, like, yeah, it sucks that it's happening to you, but at the same time, you knew this could have happened. And now that it's happened, yeah, it sucks. But at the same time, like, you knew what Toys Wonderland is. And at the same and
I for sure did.
Either way, even if you did, like, you decided to give the most scammiest company in the world close to $800, $1,000, and now that they fucked you because you thought you were fucking them, now it's like, oh shit, like, well, what'd you expect? You know, and obviously this been going on, this YouTuber, right? It's been going around, yeah, but like, let's just be honest and say, like, damn, they fucked me because I was trying to get a good deal, and at the end of the day, I couldn't. But like, doesn't like Jay, you know, like, or I'm not trying to pick on you or anything, but like, you know 16K, you know KG Hobby. If you didn't know Spec, like, you have friends here. Like, everyone here to say like, oh, Toys Wonderland was the only option, like, that's bullshit. Like, that's not true. Like,
No,
you went to Toys Wonderland.
You're wrong. You're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. I'm gonna get a business on this because I personally didn't at that time. I didn't.
You don't know KG Hobby. You don't know 16K.
No.
I definitely didn't know KG Hobby. Or
I don't buy from them
myself.
I've never bought from them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never bought from them. Never, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Toys Wonderland, I did. I bought a whole damn Batmobile from them in 2019.
Yeah,
and they
Toys
got
Wonderland used to be actually pretty reliable.
They were dope
recently. So like, I get that. That's honestly probably the reason why, like, me, Leo, and you know, I also ordered that in our Joker from Toys Wonderland because at the time they were actually getting me my figures when I asked
on time.
And like you know, I've never ordered something with the whole premise of me being a YouTuber either, ever. I've always like used my own personal like accounts and stuff. Like, Toys Wonderland used to be okay. Like, they used to be decent.
Decent.
Like, you know, like they weren't shit. They weren't like amazing. Like, they were just
before this whole thing when Toys Wonderland used to be, you want it quick, you want it fast.
Yeah.
You pay us a little extra, we'll get it to you. You don't have to worry about Sideshow.
You used to get it fast, dude. I used to get my figures in a week.
When they changed that to this shit late 21 and 2022 to discounting figures and going against Sideshow and their little war pissing contract.
That changed the whole thing, man.
Everything up. That's what happened. But before that,
and
they were getting their stuff. They were getting you stuff on time.
They were. And here's the thing is, like,
but you was getting it on time. They changed.
And here's the thing is, like, with them, you know, I would actually go through it because I didn't want to pay them up front. So again, I was just going through, and I used, even when I went through, you know, partial, I still basically paid partial through PayPal. So I was basically secured at that point. You know what I mean? So but with that, my deliveries, once it was paid off, they would give me my notification. I pay the invoice for shipping. Boom, it was sent out. Now this bullshit about, well, it's like a 7 to 10 day processing period.
Yep.
When you've paid DHL, get the fuck out of here. Like, that really, that point, it doesn't make sense to me. But I'm saying that because people are targeting Toys Wonderland, and I get it. It makes sense. But we're forgetting about the moments where your money's being taken from companies like Sideshow, and they're sitting on that shit for weeks before they decide to ship your shit out, and it's not even it.
Well,
forgetting about, you know what I mean? Like,
can I chime in on the Sideshow? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sideshow has done some shit that's like, what the hell? But one thing I will say about Sideshow, they are the official retailer of Hot Toys. If you have any problem with Sideshow, they are going to give you your money back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're official.
Yeah.
If you're going, like, I know people that have, you know, and I'm not picking on anybody in the community because you do what you do, but I know there's people that probably bought the DeLorean from Toys Wonderland, and that is a bad move because that thing has a bunch of lights. That has a bunch of lights. We're not even talk about the shipping. What if you have a QC problem? What if you have lights and if the light or something is off in it? You want to ship that back in Toys Wonderland? You think they're going to honor that?
No,
don't
you
do
fucked
that.
up.
Because you know what?
From Sideshow's want to get you because when I bought that stupid Terminator arm that wasn't worked, Sideshow was like, hold on to it for we'll give you about 2 months to hold on. What company does that? You'll hold on it for 2 months. Once if you're still not happy with it, you'll either keep it and we'll give you a $200 gift card, or you just give it back to us and we'll give you all your money. No fuss, no muss. What company does that?
Yeah, I think Here's the thing with the. Here's why I got baked with Toys Wonderland in a second. I got baked with them when it came to Tony Stank. We all know that because what happened? We got Tony Stank, right? And then we got that notification that they were doing the replacement head sculpt, and I was like, I'm fucked.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm fucked because if you got it through Toys Wonderland and you contact them, what response they going to give you? Either the only way that we can do it is if you send back the figure. So you're telling me I got to pay to send that figure back to you? You know what I mean? Just to get the one with the replacement. So I was like, yeah, no, fuck that. Like, that's the thing. It's the risk. So I learned that when I'm getting big pieces, fuck that. I'm not going through them. I'll go through somebody else. You know what I mean? But again, I'm saying this again because my point is with this Toys Wonderland situation, especially when now, is it in? Now, somebody can educate me here because I'm just trying to understand this. Is it in art that's delaying this shit right now? Is it because of everything that's happened with Chinese New Year? The reason why we're seeing this is this through in art, or is this because if I'm right, if you also got this through like companies like One Fix Kit, or if you got this through Spec, or if you got this through Pop Collectibles and stuff like that, it's delayed with them as well, correct?
Yeah.
Well, it's delayed with everyone. Yeah,
it's delayed with everyone.
Well, I don't even know if it's so much like delayed. It's just not going to be here until after.
Because they released it in batches.
Yeah, basically they fulfilled like their specific market in Asia, basically in China, and then after that, because it's not a global release. I know Mario had pointed that out previously. Like it's not a global release, so it's not really delayed. It's like they already really delivered it. It's just going to take a while to get to us in the States. So that's, I mean, if they're making 15,000 of them, they're not on Hot Toys scale, right? They're not. They don't have like massive factories like Hot Toys do, and they probably don't have the resources Hot Toys do. So it takes a little bit longer probably for them to produce like 15,000 Jokers. So so I would think that it's probably going to be, I would think, because Kit told me they're probably going to ship after Chinese New Year sometime. I don't know when exactly, but I will say though, like I think, I don't know if I saw Kit say this myself, but I know I talked to Carla and some other people. Kit said that he lost like basically out the ass shipping these. He's going to lose out the ass shipping these Jokers because he said basically that it costs a Hot Toy to ship one of these.
Whoa.
Like, so that's and that's Kit, who I trust and is very reliable.
Hot Toy, Iron Man Hot Toy, or
maybe he was saying.
Yeah, it's a wide range.
Like a couple $100.
Right, couple $100. So to be fair, like as much as I don't like Toys Wonderland either, I get that. To be fair, I think this is a big fucking box. I think this is a big, really heavy box. And I do think 100%. Even Kit has been very upfront about saying, I lost a lot of money shipping these because this package turned out to be a lot bigger than we all thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. So to be fair, like just to be fair to T-Dubs a little bit, like I don't like them either, but I do think it's important to note that I think that this box is much bigger than anyone thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
so
like, I don't think this is like Toys Wonderland like is charging you $330 and it's really like $50, right? I mean, they're still probably fucking you over like $50 to $100. I'm not saying they're not, but like it's not like this is costing you $50 or something.
And I think from what I understood, so correct me if I'm mistaken, like maybe the $350 that I saw, $350 is for DHL, right? So so like you could also do EMS and pay maybe like $250.
See, and
it was like $290.
That's even more of a risk if I do that because I don't want my shit lost through transit. So
could be
in our Joker, nah.
It's such an interesting. It's such an interesting conversation layout because I feel like there's so many angles to look at this from. It's like because
if you do the whole 2-month thing, like I saw that it was like in the 80s or something like that though.
That shipping does take a while, but I mean so it's interesting because I don't know, man. There's so much to unpack here, Lael, because I'll just give my quick thoughts on and let other people go in. So as far as like I said, Toys Wonderland, I'm not the biggest fan of them either, right?
Yeah.
So and the 3-day pre-order window thing, I've been pretty consistent about that when we talked about that when they reopened it. Like I personally, I just don't see it as a problem. Like I maybe it's not the most ideal thing to do. Like I don't love that they did it. It's not what I prefer. But at the end of the day, to me, like if you were gonna get it anyway, then I don't really see the problem. Like if you felt rushed to get it, I understand that argument to a degree. Like I get that, but it's kind of like like a lot of people. Todd said this on a live stream with me. He was like, once they announced that the pre-order had reopened, many people canceled and they even stated outright because it wasn't exclusive as they thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like Todd has explicitly said that on a live stream. So like, and I was like, that's exactly what we pretty much already knew. right? So my point being, yes, that's not everyone. Like I'm not saying that's you. Like I'm saying that like for the people who felt rushed, I'm sorry you felt that way. But at the end of the day, like if you really want the figure, it's not the end of the world. I'm sorry, like if you had to move some money around or whatever, but like, and I get that. But again, like I've always said, like no one required anyone to pay in full. Like, and I will say that, you know, we tend to like to do that. But again, that's your choice at the end of the day. And I do say, Leo, like the Toys Wonderland thing. I'm not so sure that I don't know if they're fucking you on shipping. They might be. They probably are because, I mean, that's just what they tend to do in my opinion. But at the end of the day, like, kind of like what Carlos said, maybe like Jay and other collectors didn't know about 1/6 kit. But if you bought from Toys Wonderland, you kind of knew what you were getting into. So I think it's like, I think we all have to be reasonable about that because it's kind of like, you know what, like you knew kind of the risk you were taking. We all did, really, even from buying from Kit, who I love. Like, you know, Kit could go out of business tomorrow, right? And then like I ordered it a year ago, right? I feel much better in the hands of Kit than I do in Toys Wonderland. But at the same sense, like, you know, I think a lot of people did buy from Toys Wonderland because it was a good deal at the time because their website was fucked up and they listed it for the wrong price. So I think, you know, and I think that's why people jumped on it to a degree, not saying everyone, but I do think it's fair to point that out too. That I think a lot of people did that because they were like, oh man, it's a really good deal, so I'll take the risk. And now you took the risk and maybe it's backfiring a little bit and people are upset, but I don't think you could really be upset because you knew the risk you were taking when you bought it for that price. So I do feel like it's important to just kind of point that out.
Here's the thing. I will point this out too, though. When that was, okay, so we're talking about evolution, how things evolve over time.
Sure.
So when we pre-ordered, I know when, you know, again, you know, Dan, you know, when we ordered it, that price was decent. But honestly, when I ordered from Toys Wonderland around that time, it's been like how long now since it's been like almost a year, right?
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. It was like February or something. Yeah.
I can't,
February,
about
March,
a year.
March.
About a year, yeah.
So almost
Yeah,
around that time, right? Yeah. Around that time, honestly, and I'm saying this, again, the experiences are going to be different for people.
Sure.
My experience with them at that time wasn't that bad.
Sure. Understandable.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't that bad. If I ordered a figure, I'd contact them or they would contact me to let me know it's available. Shit didn't start getting bad with them until over a period of time once all this shit kicked in. And I don't know, honestly, I can't even fathom what the fuck is going on with them. And I don't even want to know. At this point, all I just want is the pieces that you owe me. But what I'm saying is over time, and the thing is, it's like I've seen people, even in chat, I've seen people in other places that have said, I have never had a problem with Toys Wonderland.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's people out there who said that they've never had a problem with them. Even till this day, they're saying that I've never had a problem.
I probably bought like I said, from 2019 to by the end of 2021, that's when things kind of went downhill. Like I was starting getting like a small figure and all. I'm like, what the shipping was, they were playing the whole thing where they would they would send you the tracking number, but it was never dropped off.
And they would sit and blame it on DHL.
Yes, it was all.
Well, I mean, that happened with me with my very first order with them, and that was a couple years ago. So, I mean, maybe I was just unlucky, but
but that's you know, that's like saying like I get all that. I think when it comes down to Toys Wonderland too, though, is like, yeah, you didn't have a bad experience, but neither did, you know, Shane. But you heard the stories, you know, and then so when you bought from them, you're like, well, yeah, they're the best price right now, but at the end of the day, like, I'm going with them because the price is so tempting. And at the end of the day, a tempting price makes us do things we all probably don't want to do or regret later. You know, and, you know, when it came down with them, you know, it's like, well, at least we've heard the story. So we kind of knew what we're getting ourselves into. And if we knew, we're like, well, if it's expensive, and if you're like, well, I've had positive things, just because it does, like even with Sideshow, right? We can all be like, well, we've all had positive things, but here and there they might fuck up. With Toys Wonderland, we had heard of all the problems, right? So it wasn't like it was unknown or it was like early 2020 or something where like no one knew. Like we all knew, and we still carried out the risk. I think when it came down with them, it's just like eventually they're just gonna get you. You know what I mean? And that's what happened, unfortunately. You know?
Well, do you guys remember what the price was on Toys Wonderland when you originally bought it? Do you remember what it was?
It was like $7 something, right?
7 or 8. Because I mean, I can just tell you, Kit was about 1,100 shipped. So even if you're paying $350 in shipping, you're pretty much paying what everyone else paid. So I mean, so I mean, at the end of the day, like I mean, that's That's about what Todd probably listed it for too, about 1,100 shipped. So
Yeah,
even if you paid like 800 and even if you paid 350 for shipping at the max end, you're probably still paying around what I paid. So I mean
and I totally agree with that because the shipping is always inflated with them. So that's nothing new, honestly.
I told you, Jay. I told you what happened with the white suit Black Widow, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you what happened with that? Bro, okay, so if you go on the site, they got the Black Widow basically available for one. Here's the logic that I can't get around. So they had the white suit Black Widow available. Okay, I just got the black suit this week. They had the white suit that's basically available, right? For $159. All right. Now that's $159.
Right.
And guess how much shipping is?
$200.
$100.
105, bro.
Yep.
But
so you got it for retail.
But this is what I don't get, right? So check it out though. But when they send you notifications for figures that they have and they want you to pay shipping, it's always $45 or $50. That's the part that I'm not. So they're getting people by.
That's to entice the new collectors, like, oh, a deal, and then they'll be like, wait a minute, I'm playing.
So the point is, you're basically like you're saying, Will, it averages out. You get the sale price, but once they add the shipping, it's retail. That's exactly
the problem.
You're paying.
The problem with the
that's what I do. That's what I've been doing now. I don't buy from them anymore. I buy everything if it's not from Ray and Underground, if it's not Hawkworks Toys.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I buy from local spots. I buy from spots like half the time, like I don't even buy from, Sideshow. I'll buy from these other spots because I've learned to be patient. You know what I mean? Yeah. It teaches me to be patient, also to save money. You feel me? So that it's fucking crazy. And like I said, I didn't want to spend too much on this, but I'm just saying the reason why I brought this topic up of the enemies that that we basically are the worst enemies is because this conversation is bringing the worst out of everybody almost damn near. I see it almost every day. It is bringing the worst out of it, even knowing that we're getting delays off of other figures. And I'm just trying to really, is it because people just don't like in-art? Is that what it is? Is this like, is in-art the target? Or I don't understand it. Like, why?
I don't think in-art's the target. Is people talking bad about the figure or the company?
Dude, they've been talking bad about the figure since it came out.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. There's a few people
the figure is dope. Let me tell you something. My mom saw the figure, and my mom's seen enough of these. So she was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen." I was like,
I agree. My wife comment on here and lied that she was going to buy it for me. That she liked it so much. So that's how much.
So Cam, let me ask you a question. How has that evolved since?
That's the $1 million question.
You didn't even talked about it. Like,
bro, it's literally history. She put it out there.
I'd be like, you remember when? She'd be like, huh? I'd be like,
so she forgot the conversation. She was like, huh? I said, what?
Sleep texting her.
I was the baby. The baby was talking. That's what it is.
For you. I was like, yeah, I guess.
Before, because again, I want to kind of move on from that because I just wanted to address it because I'm just saying that delays are delays. We know that it's basically out there. It's not just that figure that's being delayed. Other figures from other companies are being delayed as well. I think it's a Hot Toys thing right now in general, or an in-art thing, or just basically a Hong Kong thing that because it's Chinese New Year, we're going to experience that. We have to wait. But that's not saying that Joker wasn't released in 2022 because it was. They basically made their quota. It's just the simple fact that there's delays. So again, there's
they did it. They actually did it. I mean, they did it. We didn't get it. Like it wasn't a mass. They never said it was going to be a mass release. It was going to drop.
John actually said it was going to be released in China only, or they were going to start with China.
Yeah.
So
it's only supposed to be released in China.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be released there.
It's only supposed to be released in China.
That's another thing that it's not a worldwide release.
No. Some people still feel entitled to feel like, oh, I need to get mine. So it's not. It's not officially released till I get mine.
Well, I mean, just everyone's just feeling, just different ways because we were all skeptic, but there's just to the extreme of things like it's gonna come in a Toys R Us box, or now they're being individually tailored for individual people. You know what I mean? So where does that go? You know, how far are we going to move the goalpost at that point? You know what I mean?
Oh no, I think
it's going to consistently move.
So Calvin, I want to ask you this question, man, because I know we haven't heard from other people. So I want to ask you this question real quick, and we're going to close it out on this one. How do you prioritize your collection to fit your lifestyle, bro? Like how do you basically take what you have, your collection, prioritize that to fit, you know, the way, like, is it one of those, like, because the thing is, it's like you have to, you've talked about it, like you collect pieces that you're connected to. So how do you prioritize that when we know there's temptation? You know, there's the booty temptation and then there's collecting temptation. You know what I mean? For some people, that's what it is. Yeah. So like, how do you, you know, like you might see one figure that you like, oh, this is what I got. This is my wheelhouse. But then you see another figure like, yo, that shit's nice. Like, for instance, I'll give all you motherfuckers an example. All you motherfuckers that's on the panel right now. Some of y'all, that is. I'm talking to you, Jay. I'm talking to you, Dan. I'm talking to a couple people who got that Batman and Robin, and y'all been talking a lot of shit about it since. And I'm like, yo, I am not doing it. I am not. It's dope as fuck, but I am not doing it. I'm not. See,
that's what damn you, Jay.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not doing that shit. As dope as it is, it's the community. See what I mean? It's the community. It is the community that does the shit. And Will, you did that shit too, motherfucker. When you was like, yo, I'm gonna get that suit up.
The Mark V.
Are you gonna get that? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, let's get it. And then I was like, yo, Will, a couple months later, Will, I got that suit up, man. I can't wait. He was like, yeah.
I was like, peace. Yeah, pretty much.
But again, Cal, how do you curb that, bro? Like, what do you do, bro? How do you practice making sure that you stay in your lane?
Well, right now it's my slow season. So, you know, if it ain't coming in, you know, I got house bills, I got business bills.
Yeah.
So I gotta focus on those first. So if I don't have my extras for my budget, I just, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have orders, but like all the new stuff that's come out in like the last 3-4 months, I haven't placed any new pre-orders for anything. Yeah. I'm really trying to focus on trying to close out the ones I really want. Mm-hmm. That statue that Dan has to your right, I had that ordered. Hot Toys not Hot Toys, but Sideshow put it on 25% off. I canceled my order, got all my rewards back, rerouted everything back over to that one, you know, so I got like another almost $800 off of it or something like that. Mm-hmm. Damn, shipping still like $500. Like, they're not an hour from my house, but it is what it is. But it's just things like that. Like, I'm just trying to focus on the things I know I want and the things that I know are coming out. I'm just keeping an eye out. But I mean, like Mace, I haven't put the order in. It's funny you say about Ray, because like even with that, like, to be honest, I don't feel like paying any NRDs right now. So I'm like, do I go to Alter Ego? Do I go to Ray? Because I know I can just place an order and just pay for it when it comes in. Mm-hmm. I'm really not trying to get 10% here, 20% here. Yeah. Now, it does help when the figure comes out because you already have something off of it already. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, I'm really not trying to spend nothing right now. I'm just trying to focus on my main bills, and you know, let the collecting takes a backseat to it.
Got you. Great answer.
Alter Ego doesn't charge NRDs.
No, I got myself caught up once because PayPal is real easy to just tap your PayPal, and I thought it was because they'll hit you with like $1 fee and then they'll release it the next day, and so I ordered like 5 figures, but I was doing it on my PayPal. Next thing I know, everything's charging, and I'm like, why am I getting charged for all this up front? But if you go through PayPal, it charges you up front, as opposed to if you just go through the website and put it on a credit card. They'll charge
Have you ordered there recently? Because I thought Mark said they do charge NRDs now.
Right, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, because
I haven't placed any pre-orders as of late.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was his old practice.
That was old, yeah. So because they do charge NRDs.
Okay, well, thank you for answering that for me. So I guess I'll be going to Ray because real talk, I already got my email signed up. I just didn't send it yet.
That's why, because they basically they had so many cancellations that Mark was like, we had to start charging NRDs. Yeah, because
I'll be honest, I was some of them.
Yeah, I was too.
It was last Christmas. I was like, okay, I'm doing a little too much. Let me back out of some of these.
Yeah,
same.
Which was great because you didn't have to pay anything. But yeah, you're right. So it was.
And then Mark got hit with a lot of dead stock, so we were all.
Didn't he say he had like? Yeah. Was it private? How much he said, or did he publicly say how much?
I don't remember. But I mean, yeah, I know we started charging NRDs. I know that.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was bad. It was bad. Yeah.
Definitely. So Nick, how do you prioritize your collection, bro? Like, what do you do?
How do I prioritize it? I mean,
To fit your lifestyle, you know what I mean? Because I know you know cosplaying is your
Yeah.
thing too. So how do you do it,
Yeah.
bro?
I mean, I kind of switched it over this year because I kind of went through a phase where I was trying to basically get anything that was kind of cool looking. Like I had War Machine and I had some other characters that maybe weren't so top tier for me, but definitely I'm trying to keep
Those
it to
characters.
characters that are like A tier characters, A tier, B tier characters. So obviously like Spider-Man's my big thing, so I got a lot of Spider-Man stuff, the villains, and I got all that on pre-order, basically the whole No Way Home line. And then after that, pick and choose. Like I have, the NR Joker coming, and that's gonna make me broke. And then and I have a few Star Wars, so it's really just how I do it now. Just whatever's top tier for me is what comes in. Anything below that is not my thing.
Got you. Now, Will, I know there's certain ways that you do things, bro.
Yeah, man.
Which you is, again, the whole spreadsheet, type of situation. So I know that.
Yeah.
I'm saving brother cousins for a little bit because the thing is, Grails, bro. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Them Grails,
the
bro.
Grail Daddy. Yeah.
Grail Daddy. So I know that's some hard shit, bro. Like straight up. But
Yep.
Will, you have the Grails, bro. But see, you know what? Real quick before I go to you, Jay, you can't stop collecting Grails now because you have us excited for Tuesday.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you
set the
bro,
precedent.
You
Dude.
set the precedence for that,
Yep.
bro. That's some hard shit.
Weekly Grails, baby.
Weekly Grails, bro. Tuesday morning, I get my coffee, put my house coat on. I'm sitting back like, what Jay gonna talk about today? But Will,
Watch Jay go into debt.
That's an awesome title, actually.
Week, right? But
Jay,
no,
you all know those figures, though, right? You don't just buy them for the show or anything.
Oh no, I own a lot. No, I own
okay.
like half of them. I think like just about half of them I own. But I've ran out of the stuff that I own. So the good thing is I got a big brother that has a whole like.
there you go.
Morning
There you go.
Grails has been temporarily paused because I'm broke right now.
Watch Jay go into debt.
Hey, I almost put that up for after we did Blade. I was like, yeah, we're going to go away for a month.
Good Morning Grails has been temporarily you know what I mean? But no, Will, literally, like I said, you have the whole you got it down to a science when it comes to like the just tracking your orders. You know what I mean? You track all your orders. You're really selective about shit. You know that you always be like, yeah, I'm not going to get that. I know you're statue focused, so I know that's where a lot of that goes to as well. So, I mean, fitting your lifestyle. So, would you say your lifestyle balances more towards statues, less in 1/6 collecting?
That's a good question, Leo. I don't think so because I have more figures than anything else. I think I have like maybe 42 figures right now, something like that. And I used to have more. I cut it down a little bit, and then I have maybe 3 to 5 on pre-order, something like that. And I have probably only 10 statues, something like that. So nothing crazy. But for me, to answer the question, how to prioritize, so the Excel sheet really helps. I've talked about that a lot. I really like the system that Carlos came up with, tier-based collecting, that really helps you prioritize which characters you really need, and it really helps you sit and think back, and you're like, do I really need that? Now I really pause on stuff before I order it. I'm like, let me think about this for 2 weeks because I really want to think about it before I do something. Unless I know it's like in our Joker, it's like, hell yeah, I'm in, right? Stuff like that, or Loki statue from Queen Studios, I'm getting that. But as far as prioritizing, it's a really big part of our lives, kind of tying into the first question, because it makes us happy. It's our escapism, and it gives you something healthy to fixate on. It gives you something healthy to be what's going to happen next? How can I organize my display? How can I feel more fulfilled? So it's a never-ending sort of quest, but I feel like it's a healthy outlet for all of us, right? But I prioritize it also by, I've preached this a lot, really balancing it with other aspects of your life. Collecting is a huge part of all of our lives, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's just one part of your life. So when you let it become too much, for me at least, I start to become out of balance, right? And I feel sort of not great because I'm I'm focusing too much on one thing instead of throwing other things off. At one point I was trying to expand my collection into other parts of the house and stuff. And I was my family had to be nah, you need to chill. So basically and that sometimes needs to happen where you're somebody needs to kind of stop you that you care about. And you're just kind of okay, I need to take a step back from this, right? So that's how I prioritize, right? prioritize other people's needs, what else is going on in your life, and that type of stuff. But also your budget, man. Like, it's really easy to overspend in this game. Like, everything's expensive. Like, hot dogs are expensive, in-art's expensive, statues are expensive. So that's why it's so important to be selective and really mark and budget and like catalog what you're doing and document it all. Because if you're not, I've given my example before when I first started collecting, like when I had like $15,000 in pre-orders that I didn't even realize, basically. Like, so I was like when I started to go through and mark everything that I had, I was like, well, fuck me, because I'm gonna have to cancel like all of this stuff, right? And I did. And I took a lot of NRD hits on that. And that was something I did like in maybe my first year or year and a half of collecting that made me kind of open my eyes and be like, I made a huge mistake here. Let's fix it. So how can we avoid this again? So I think prioritizing, like, there are things that are, I guess, above collecting that sort of like, you know, your savings and, you know, whatever else you have going, investing or whatever you want to do, right? Those are things that you always want to dedicate a set amount of money to, and then collecting is discretionary. So it's a huge part of our life, but at the end of the day, like, it's one priority amongst others. So that's what I would say. Yeah, there's a lot of factors. So you got, I mean, I know it's tough sometimes. The last point I'll make is, because this is supposed to be fun, but sometimes you do have to take it seriously. Because there is an element of seriousness to this. Because because it's a lot of money we're pouring into this stuff. So if you're not taking it seriously, at some point you're going to end up regretting that. So
because it's so easy to like swipe your credit card and just buy it.
Yep.
You know,
and it feels good. It feels good because you buy and like, oh shit, you get that rush. Like, I bought that thing brand new and like I'm excited for it to get here. But then you look back at it and then a week later you're like, damn, I don't.
Was it worth
I need
it?
Money for groceries. Like, and that's the kind of shit. And you're like, well, I'm gonna skimp out on groceries and just not eat as much, right? Like at that point, it's like, it's like, or like instead of
chew gum,
I'm gonna chew gum or get some fucking ramen, right? And at that point, it becomes like, all right, well, you start to feel like bad about your collecting, and you shouldn't feel bad about your collecting. It's supposed to make you feel good. So if you don't take it seriously, sometimes you're not gonna feel good, because you're gonna have all this shit and then nothing to eat. So that's what's gonna happen. So.
Real quick, Cam, did you just throw something across your room?
My dog was being a dumbass. So
in the middle of my monologue.
So I was like, let me turn his camera off and do stuff. Like,
all I see is like, I just
you just saw me throw it. I was like,
I was like, what the fuck?
And the crazy part is, I was sitting here thinking about Will saying that he wanted to expand like his collection throughout the house, and I could just imagine him going to his mom being like, "Hey, so this centerpiece in the middle of the table, are we going to sell that?" Because I think
it was also my brother.
Really good in the middle of the dinner table, right?
Right, exactly, bro. Yep, it was more so my brother, and he was just like, nah.
He's like, nah.
He was like, nah.
We ain't doing that. Cam, you're. I mean, because I know, like, you're really, even now, you got a woman to be like, yeah, nah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So how are you when it comes to like prioritizing? Because I know you heavily prioritize your collection.
Yeah.
Bro.
So I try to stick straight to, if it wasn't written by Stan Lee, then it ain't for me. So I'm only Marvel. That's it, man. That's it. So I mean, if it wasn't on a Marvel show, then I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. I've been super tempted by seeing definitely the Batman and Robin. I was like, man, this looks good. I mean, it was a lot of mixed reviews, but for me, that was like a childhood movie that I watched, growing up. So it's kind of hard to like stick to a certain IP, since I'm gonna throw something else at this little motherfucker over here. But like he looking and he gonna lay down like he being good. Okay. But yeah, no. So I try to prioritize my stuff to stay within the IP, because I know if I go into something else, I'm gonna go off the rails. Like
so you don't do like Star Wars or anything.
So I do like Star Wars. I mean, I love Star Wars. I love DC Comics. DC Comics is what actually got me into reading comics and actually trying to recreate them and draw them on my own. But Marvel, it just always made more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the storyline made sense. I didn't have to try to keep up with or try to explain to everybody like how many Batmans we're gonna have or how many we have right now. You know what I'm saying?
And because in DC, there's always a constant reboot. Like that's just
it's just nonstop. Like I mean, it's never been the same actor consistently through a series of movies. Of course, we're still waiting for Terrence Howard to come back next time, baby. But that's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Next time, baby.
Nah, multiverse, baby.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying, man.
So yeah, man, prioritizing your life, or definitely to have it fit your life, is difficult, but it's something that needs to be done, because if not, you'll definitely go off the rails, and you'll be purchasing things that at the end of the day you really won't love, and you're going to try to resell it, and you're not going to get the same amount of money that you bought it for. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10.
Not now, anyway. Not
no,
this day and age. That shit ain't happening. So, but I get it, man. Like, brother cousins, real quick, bro. Like, what your I know it's hard for a brother, bro. I know it's hard for a brother, but you have a system, you know, prioritizing basically your collection towards your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, bro. I'll say this about myself first. It's hard when you're a Marvel fan, a Star Wars fan, a DC fan.
Yes.
When you are a fan of all 3 IPs,
Yep.
it's fucking hard.
Don't forget one-offs and vehicles and statues.
There you go. There you go.
It's fucking well. See, statues, I can pick and choose because I stick in a certain lane when it comes to it.
Yeah.
You'll never see a J&D in my house because I can't afford that shit. Like literally, you will never see that shit unless Carlos decides to buy that shit for me. You'll never see a JD in my fucking house. But everything else, I have to. Everything else, everything else, I have to really be, you know, whatever. Jay, you have your collection is really eclectic. You have, you know, figures, you have vehicles, you have Chucky, you have arms, you have everything in your collection. How do you balance that, bro?
I'll be honest, you know, I'll be straight up. I had to pivot. You know, I used to be a guy that would buy stuff. And then because you can't have everything, you know, you really can't. I sold a lot of figures. I would flip figures and all that, but now that's just not a thing anymore. Like we all were saying, you were going to you buy something and flip it. You're going to take a hit, especially now. So I had to pivot, this year and over the last 6 months, and just like you said, making those big choices. Do I really need this? And I think I found a lot out about myself when I went to my local comic shop. And they would they're master enablers. They were like, it was like being an adult. It was like they were like my dope dealers, and I was just like I was a fiend. They was like, yeah, we got look what we got, Jay, we got it. I know you want it. We got the what was it, the what if figure, the Hydra Stomp. We got the Hydra Stomp. You want it? I was like, damn it, it's the Hydra Stomp. It looks good. I ran out the damn store. I literally ran out the store and jumped in the car. I was like, I'm not doing this shit. Because I know me. I like it. But I don't love it. So now my thing is I have to love it. Mando, I love it. And I love a lot. That's the thing that sucks. Like you said, I love DC. My DC collection grew like shit this year. Marvel, I mean, I could win all in. I love Marvel. Still kind of like my first love. I love Star Wars, but Marvel is still my first. That's still my first love, and that's a lot. That's deep. But then Star Wars, all that stuff, the one-offs, like you said, the grails, all that. I can't even tell you how much money I spent this year. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous, honestly. But I do have a system. I have a way that I do it. That my thing this year was not using credit cards. That was my thing. And I would always use it. I tried to use credit cards as least as possible. Those PayPal paying fours helped a lot. I got all my grails doing those paying fours. But here's the thing. This is where it gets sticky. When you're doing multiple paying fours. That's what got me. There you go. Exactly. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I had to pull myself. I pulled myself right out of debt and fell right back into the pit with those paying fours. And then I was like, you know what? I got to pay them off. And I made sure I didn't buy anything else until I paid it off. It's like I do it like this. Once I get one pay off, and you don't have to do it every, paying for. You can pay it. You can do that one paying for, one bi-weekly. And then pay it off the next week or something like that. But I wouldn't start another one until I would pay that one off.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I just had to be disciplined on that. It takes a lot of discipline to do it. But
it really does.
I fall off too because when they like this DeLorean coming out, DeLorean's coming out.
Are you getting that?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like I with my lesson, my hard lesson with this. Well, not even a hard lesson. Was like for me is I steered away from. I love Star Wars, but I don't have to have every damn clone that they release. Like literally, I don't. So that is like to me is like they're releasing so many. So I'm like, all right, I'll only target things that I want. You know, I thought about this before. We were talking about it. Like if you get Quill, you have to get the blurred. I decided I'm still not getting that blurred.
Really?
I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
That. You gotta get
see now you becoming an enabler, bro. Like, see now you're doing that shit. Don't be a Will. Like, don't do that, bro. Like, don't.
I'm doing it. We all doing it, baby. It's going to be fine.
See, I have to basically scale back on certain things. If I can get the blurred later on at a decent price, then I will.
You will. You'll be able to.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, I got to scale back on some certain things and just really prioritize. And that's why I told myself, I got to, when you have boxes that you're sitting on that you haven't even touched yet, that's a problem. Like that literally is a problem. So that's why I was like, nope, nothing else until I'm done here. Nothing else until I'm done here and until I get the stuff that I have on order. Dan, we're going to go to you real quick, and then we're going to go to KG and round out with Carlos because he's going to say some shit. So you always do, bro. Dan, how do you do it, bro?
I'm pretty selective, man. Like I try to stick to like what I love first of all. So for me, it's like DC and Star Wars. I used to. I do like Marvel too. That's the thing. Like when I first started collecting, I used to get everything. That was a big problem. So I sold off actually a lot of my Marvel collection. I kept the essential characters I feel like I have a deep connection to. Like and I kind of kept it at that. Because like I do have one-offs. I have the Terminators, the John Wicks, the Vito Corleones. I got Jack Sparrow. Like I have all kinds of different shit. Like so for me, it's like it's hard to like not want to get everything. So but like for me, like I've taken a focus, and that's DC Star Wars all day. And like I've gotten into statues as well. I'm extremely selective with those. Like for me, like for the price, you really got to be like sure you're gonna get it, because statues are a bitch to sell. Not everybody wants to drop that price in the aftermarket. It's difficult. So for me, statues, like I gotta be like and I am, like I don't have the most space either right now. So until I get like a bigger place with more room, like statues are kind of like back burner for me. But like man, I mean, just be smart. Like PayPal Pay in 4 is like something I use like quite often. But like you said, like try not to stack that shit too much, because then you're pretty much paying like
real quick. Can you explain what Pay in 4 is? I believe Jazzy had asked what is it in the chat.
Pay in 4 is just like pretty much PayPal will cover the cost of the purchase for you, and you pay them back in 4 installments over like I think it's one payment every like 2 weeks or some shit like that.
It's just like companies like for instance what is it, Afterpay and all them. It's just like that, but it's just like through PayPal.
Afterpay and all, like what's the other one, like partially
all those
Affirm, like for Sideshow, like things like that. Like they'll you can split up your payment but like still get the figure, and then you just pay it off over time. It's pretty much all it is. Like but yeah, man, I mean, I've had to use my credit card a few times, like, and I stopped doing that shit a long time ago. But yeah, man, it's just you gotta really just like, my whole thing is like make sure you get something, make sure you get what you really, really want. Like I've always collected that way. I mean, sometimes I've traded some of the figures I've liked. Like I've got rid of them to get something even better that I like. So like, sometimes you're faced with those problems, and like, that's fine. But like, for me, like, I don't buy shit that I know I don't like, like I don't buy shit. Like, even though like I'm a reviewer on YouTube, like I still don't buy everything. I don't buy shit just to sell it. Like I'm not like that. Like I only buy stuff for my collection. Because I like it. So like there'll be times where you won't see a review on my channel for a minute, just because like nothing's released that I've wanted or that I've had or like that I cared about. So like for me, it's just get what you like, man. Make sure you get it, and just make sure that you know you're going to keep it, because like Will said, like these things are fucking expensive, man. Like it's not cheap. So it's like, do your research. Like if you're spending this much money and you're not doing your research, that's a problem. Like if you're not doing your research on where you're buying your money, especially if you're a new collector, like that's where I feel like the responsibility is kind of in the collector yourself, whether you're new or not. Do your research. You're spending this much money, you should know where and what the hell you're buying. So
yeah, definitely.
You know, just be selective if you want, but at the end of the day, it's your money. You earn it. You can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Just be smart.
But exactly, just be smart and yeah, stop complaining.
So but, definitely before we jump to KG, well, no, you got to dip out.
Yeah,
you got to get up in the morning. Yeah. You got to go wash your feet, stuff like that. So
hell yeah, dude.
Let everybody know what's going on,
bro. I don't got socks on, so everyone wants to see him.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
You know.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll let him show his feet before he drops his drawers.
Maybe a little bit.
Let's see it, Will. Let's see it.
Yeah. Well, did you put a super chat in, Carlos? But Leo, thanks for having me, bro. Like I said, sorry to disrupt the panel. Yeah, man. So Lights Camera Collects Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have Kiko on there. He's gonna, I think, be a regular every Friday now. So really excited about that. And then I just posted a video tonight actually about a beginner's guide to hot toys. Check that out. It's like 30 minutes long. So you know. It's a lot of good stuff in there. And yeah, man, there'll be more clips. I think there's a clip that's coming out tomorrow too. I just kind of schedule them and plan them out. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the gist for me. And then Sunday, Collectors Mingle layout. You know, you'll be back for that, and Carlos will be there. And then I'll have probably another panelist. I'm not sure who yet. But other than that, man, thanks for having me. What do you say, Carlos?
Said I'll be there Friday, not Sunday. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Dope interview with Josh, by the way, as well.
Oh, thanks.
Comic Collect.
Yeah. That was cool, man. Josh has no filter. Yeah, so check it. Thanks,
he sure doesn't.
Yeah, for filling the people in on that one. Yeah, I did an interview with Comic Concepts Josh, the owner. So that's on my channel if you guys want to see that. He gives a lot of behind-the-scenes info, which is really cool about the retailer process.
And keeps it real.
Yeah, he does, Calvin. He does. Yeah, and really yeah, he talked about just sort of what it's like for retailers and just sort of what Hot Toys has been like over the last couple of years, what the trends are and stuff like that. So really interesting. Yeah. So anyway, thanks so much for having me, Leo. And yeah, KG's facial hair looks good. So keep it up, KG. Making me proud, bro.
All right, no worries, man.
Will Foxification on IG, YouTube, killing it as always, man. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to Sunday, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, see you guys. Nick's mustache looks good too. Peace.
What mustache?
So KG, go ahead, man. Like, what your way of prioritizing, man? What's up?
Oh man, pretty much what everyone said on the panel. I mean, it's just for me, it's the most important thing is the emotional connection I have for a figure. I mean, these things aren't cheap. You know, if you're jumping from a Hasbro to Hot Toys, it's a big leap as far as pricing goes. You know, right now the No Way Home line is going to be a very expensive line for me, and I'm sure for Nick it's the same thing as well. It's going to be a crazy 2023 for me, for all of us, Riley and Nick. But I think we just have to prioritize in characters that we have, like everyone says. I mean, just top, like what Nick says, top tier, top A or top E characters. You know, I think that's the best advice that we can give people. Because I mean, you know, if you go for like a top C or top D characters, like I would even consider clones as top D, top C characters. I mean, if you were collecting Marvel Legends or Hasbro's or Black Series, that makes sense. You know, you could spend the money for them. But these are $200, $300, not even $400. They're fetching for $400 right now.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to just, I mean, focus on characters like, you know, the Anakin figure or Obi-Wan, Mace Windu. You know, those are most priority characters right now. Batman, the Joker, this two-pack Joker. You know, it's a top A character, and things like that. You know, just all you gotta do is pick characters that you have an emotional connection to, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks for the information. That's definitely you're on point. Like I said, making sure you do a prioritize real quick. Before I go to Carlos, I got to get rid of these super chats real quick. We had Benjamin earlier, Benjamin E. Green with a $10 super chat. He said, I used to imagine when I turned off the lights in the display room, my 1/6 figures would come alive and I would try to catch them in motion. And that at the museum, crazy. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. $10 super chat. And we also got a $1.99 super chat. How good is Pop Collectibles on PO for 1.6? So yeah, that was a question he actually asked.
I've been hearing good things about him.
Yeah, I've heard a few good things about him. I haven't ordered from him yet, but I'm pretty sure there's some good things out there. So, round us out, Carlos, man. Like, what would you say, bro, as far as collecting and how do you prioritize stuff like that?
So I guess I'll talk about a couple things that the way I kind of do things, and I know finance, it can be, finance is personal. So I don't want to like say how someone should be spending their money, because since it's so personal, it's kind of like you're attacking them specifically, right? So I won't go into like someone needs to do this or do that. I'll just say what I do. So for me, I've been a big believer in I don't use credit cards. I don't have any credit cards. I don't use them, right? I don't believe like that's just me though, right? Because I believe that if you can't buy it in cash at that moment, then you can't afford it. So then if you can't afford it, you just can't do it. I go by a simple thing of like act your wage, right? So if something comes out and it's $250 and I want to pre-order it, if I don't have the money, the full $250, I just won't do it. It is what it is, right? That's just life. Like we're all, get adults, you know what I mean? We can all move on. I know, people use like, oh, you credit cards for points, but like let's say you have a 2% credit card. If you spend $100,000, you're getting back $2,000. Like, I just don't think that's really worth it. Like getting $2,000 after you spend $98,000. It's just, and for me, like credit cards, it's more like you use credit cards so that you can have better credit, so that you can use more credit cards so you can get better credit, so you can get better loan. It's like dog chasing its tail. So I don't do that. So that's how I, do things. So I just buy everything in cash, or what I do is I just, go on ahead and put in a savings account. But for me, I use tier-based collecting a lot. So it has 6 tiers. And I really just focus on the characters that are tier 1, tier 2, and up to tier 5, and then from there be able to collect what I want to be able to collect. So that's specifically how I do it, because it came to a point. It was interesting because I know Cam said you can kind of go off the rails, because I've been very, very blessed in my life. So when I started getting into hot toys, like the first year and a half after I came back from a break, I want to say I bought like 150 hot toys like in a year, right? So I bought a lot. It was just a ton. And because, it was funny because people were like, you can't buy it all. And I was like, well, watch me, bitch. Like, I'm going to buy them all. You know what I mean? So, and then you realize like you really don't like everything. You're just buying it to buy it. You know what I mean? So I had to go through a selling thing. So tier-based collecting, it's everything I do. So yeah, man, that's how I would, prioritize for me.
Hell yeah, man, it's dope.
And just to throw this out there, everybody in the chat, off the rails for me was like 12. Okay, I hit with 150, so I'm just with 2 different levels of collecting.
Yeah. I think the thing is, it's also for me, real quick before we close out, it's just following your own instinct, but at the same time, like literally, I always say that if you have to second guess a figure, then you don't need it. If it's something that you want, then you're all in on it. But if you have to second guess it, if it's something that you're like, I don't know, but it looks good. But if you always have to do that, then definitely it's not something that you need in your collection. If you have a vision for it, that's fine. But just and don't fall for the hype, man. Like literally don't.
Yeah.
Like
who does a really good job at that is like, it's funny enough. I know we always kid around with Will, but Will is funny, right? Because he was like, yeah, you're gonna get this Taskmaster, and I was like, he's like, no, maybe if it goes to like 150, and I was like, well, I got one from Toys Wonderland for like 137. I'll sell it to you for 150. He's like, nah, never mind, I don't want it now. You know what I mean? So what does that? Especially with a tumbler too, right? He was like, yeah, if I can get a tumbler for like 550, I was like, I'll give you a tumbler for 550. Never mind, I don't want it. You know what I mean?
This is weird. Like that's what I'm saying. That's some weird shit. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But all around, guys, great talk, great discussion. Again, everybody out there, like I said, this is more informative because we didn't get shit. Nothing, no releases, no reveals. Now I say that right now, and then Brother Cousin's gonna be like, yo, I'm going live right now. And I'm like, oh shit.
Well,
like you did with that Mace, bro. I was like, yo, he said I'm going live right now. And I'm like, oh,
see, I planned it. I didn't do best of the best for a reason. I was like, I'm not gonna do best of the best, and they're gonna put out fucking Mace right after I go off air.
And they did that shit.
I'm a whoop.
Well, I mean, something is gonna get released tonight. The King Shark, apparently. So King Shark's coming tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I can go to
live for
sleep
that?
very well.
I'm good.
That's good, bro.
Fuck yeah, I'm going to sleep. I ain't got to wake up for shit because I definitely wasn't getting my hands on that piece. I did not want it.
No, sir.
No, sir, not at all. I don't need it. That it just looks like a, you know what King Shark looks like? A toy that I would put in the bathtub with my daughter when she was little. Just float that shit around and that's it.
Crazy. I didn't even know Sylvester Stallone this whole time. Like I thought it was just some. I thought it was James Gunn brother maybe doing another role. I'm thinking like,
nah, it was definitely Sylvester, man. So yeah, but great discussion, everybody. Thank you very much for tonight's discussion. Everybody's link to their channel is actually in the description, so definitely make sure you do that. Jay, we got best of the best tomorrow.
Got best of the. I don't even know, man. I don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about. Stay tuned. something significant that comes out tonight. We'll do it. I don't know. We'll do it.
Okay. Let me know because I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna be on time. I ain't got nobody telling me shit. Tomorrow. I'm gonna be in my house coat reading books, doing shit. I'm just gonna be relaxing. I might even start fucking with everybody in there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start doing what the fuck Carlos does. Start fucking with everybody in their private messages, saying some stupid shit. I'm just gonna do that shit. That's gonna start fucking with people. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, yeah. So you said we might do best of the best. Let everybody know what you got coming up, bro.
Man, right now, not much. Well, I got these two guys, Batman and Robin.
Don't even do it. Don't.
Robin. Oh, you talking about this right here? You talking about this right here?
You gotta clap the boxes together for him.
Yo, man. Right. Do that shit, man. Stop.
I'll be doing reviews on it. There you go.
Oh man, just stop fucking with me, man. Like straight up. No, I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
So we got two. So we doing reviews on that, and I got. Oh man, damn, that damn Mando looks sexy, bro. I got that coming. That's coming.
Yeah, man.
That's coming too. So I'll be doing a review on that one as well. I can't wait to get that. And best of the best tomorrow. So yeah, we'll do a quick show. Hey, I'll come up with something to talk about. And that's it for me. Once again, man, thank you so much for having me here. Great conversation, great panel, and just love you guys.
So yeah. They just dropped King Shark, just like you said.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm definitely going to sleep.
I'm going to sleep.
I'm definitely going to sleep for that.
Good night.
Well, thank you so much for being here, bro. Dan, what you got coming up, man?
I just dropped a collection tour actually. So if you guys want to check out what I have in my collection, just dropped it a day ago, 2 days ago. So yeah, I have that out. I'm gonna be doing a review on this Chrome Mando right here in front of me. I just got this guy in today, and LWO on Friday with Mario and the boys. And gonna be doing the Take Your Position on Sunday.
On Sunday, Take Your Position.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on here. A lot of fun as always, man. Great group of people, and yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Definitely, man. If you haven't already, Dan and Dre, collecting reviews. Come on, man. 6-scale reviews. You already know what it is, man. And if you want to learn how to cheat, you want to head on over there.
Oh yeah, we cheating all day over here, bro.
Check
out my collection tour, bro. Is you just gonna see cheating, hella cheating. So yeah,
there's a lot of cheating that's going on. So definitely, KG, what's going on with you, man? Like, when are you? I guess this is the biggest question. When are you coming back to the platform? Like, come on, man, can you take my picture again? When are you coming back to the platform, bro? Like, when you gonna be streaming again? Because we see you sometimes you go live on Instagram, but
that's still. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I have the time. Right now, at the moment, it's slowly but surely going back. So I'm getting ready for that. But no, whenever I have the time to, I really want to do streaming. But there's other priorities. But I am doing videos now. And I just uploaded the Killmonger video, the Black Panther video, Wolverine. What else did I drop? The Taskmaster video was one of them, and I think that's it. But now, actually, today I just received, as you guys know, I mean, gaming is a huge part of my life as well. But I took some time off of gaming, so today I just received my PS5. So I'll be doing gaming as well. I'll be also be doing gaming on my channel. If you guys see my banner on YouTube, it just changed from live stream, gaming, and reviews. So you'll be seeing that. You'll be seeing a lot with me and Riley doing video games with each other. And hopefully some people in the panel who do have PS5s, if you guys are willing
Let
to
me know, man.
Yo, let me know.
Hey,
of course, so
I got my PS5 in the living room. I'm off the next 2 days, so y'all let me know what's going down. I'll be off for 4 days straight. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't got to deal with a client. So let me know. I'm ready to whoop on everybody's ass. Let's go.
They wonder why they're single. Huh?
I need some game recommendations as well. So if you guys let me know any good games, let me know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Just joining live streams like this and having fun. So thank you again, Leah.
Haven't already, KG Collectors. Whenever he's going live, we'll basically find out. We can't wait to find out when he's going to do that. Cousin Cam, what's going on with you, bro? What we got going on, dog?
Nothing, man. Nothing at all. No, man. Thank you for having me as always, bro. I appreciate you. Always invite me on, man. But I'll be dropping a video later on at the end of this week. It's going to be called Top 5 Figures That We Didn't Know We Needed. So it'll just be basically about a couple figures that actually haven't been released yet, or figures that Hot Toys doesn't even know that they need to make, that the community's out there asking for
on a road.
Yeah. And also I was looking at these pictures of the King Shark. They have to drop another figure for the Suicide Squad, because I'm trying to figure out where's the Starro coming from? Where are these Starros coming from?
Yeah, those are new. Those are new.
They're not even accessories on the figure though. So I'm like,
yeah,
what the hell is this?
They just added that shit.
Just give me a polka dot man. I like polka dot.
Announced a Harley like a year ago when the movie came out. At least I would have thought a Harley would have been released.
I don't know. That'd have been probably one of the first figures to drop, and it didn't. So I don't know. Carlos, man, what you got going on, man? If you haven't on already, come on. Cam, are you done? You got more stuff going on, bro?
Oh, no. I'm just saying my dog is back here because I knocked his ass out.
Dog laying on the floor. That's a funny shit. Anyway, Cam Collection, make sure you definitely do that, man, as always. Carlos, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, well, first let me say thank you, man, for having me. It's nice to be back here now every Wednesday and fucking your show up. So, it's always fun. But yeah, man, a place for collecting, a Facebook group. We closely monitor it. Actually, Nick is a moderator for us. He does a great job. So if you want drama free, so no Toys Wonderland posts or any of that, and none of the toxic stuff, join that Facebook group. It's super clean, a lot of fun. It's exactly what the name is, a place for collecting. We're doing a giveaway for the single pack sculpted Joker. Through Kiko's channel, so we're actually going to be announcing the winner pretty soon there. And then just we'll show on Friday, Light to Camera Collect, I believe. And then that's pretty much it, man. Again, thank you for having me. It's always fun.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, brother.
Thank you.
Make sure Place for Collecting. Make sure you head on over there. It's a great space to kind of, bag people out and, put up memes every now and then, figures with Carlos's head sculpt on it. But I kind of scale back. I decided I'm gonna do one meme a year. So you just got to catch it. It'll come up once a year. Like you just got to know when you'll see it. So it is what it is.
Look at Mario. What's a place for collecting?
Fucking Mario, man, definitely. But yeah, thank you for being here, brother. Calvin, my man, Mello.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure to have you here, bro.
Appreciate
it. Plucking you off, getting you on the stream. You didn't even know your ass was gonna be on here, so you saw yourself.
I was like, "Is this me?"
Hell yeah, bro.
So clearly, I don't have a channel, but it seems like every Wednesday you can find me here. You can find me Friday nights on LWO, and actually, I was on Bargain Bros Monday morning with Marco, so he hit me with an invite real quick. So. So y'all got me trying to get my little setup here. Like I said, I got these damn headphones I got to figure out. And I might have a webcam on the way. So we'll see.
There you go. See? It's starting. It's
fucking Mario. See? Fucking Mario.
That's how it starts, man.
That's how it starts, bro. That's how it always starts. It starts, they pull you in, and then it's just like you can't dip out. So thank you for being here, brother.
I appreciate it.
Nick, what's going on with you, man?
Well, it was good to be Riley Spindle for the night, so that's pretty good. But the usual stuff. You can catch my content on my Instagram, Nick's Collectibles, and I also post now on A Place for Collecting. I post there too. You can see posts like this cool Spider-Man thing I did the other day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
I was very proud of that one. I was very
Hell
proud.
yeah.
Of
That's
shut up.
incredible. That was incredible, bro.
But yeah. So that's really it. Oh, but I will be starting to post some shorts now every so often.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to
Cool.
because
Nice.
Riley
Cool, man.
KG keep telling me to.
Yeah,
I'll give it a
do it.
shot. Give it a shot.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks.
What's
Thanks.
the worst
for
thing that can
always-
happen?
Yeah, you can make jokes about me, but
Thanks for being here, man.
That's
As
true.
always, it's always a pleasure to have you here,
Why
Nick,
not?
man. Always a pleasure. Me, basically, what we got Figure Flex Friday this Friday. Definitely. We have also the triumphant return of Take Your Position on Sunday. Me and Dan, definitely it's going to be fun. I cannot wait. I'm gonna send you over what we're gonna be doing, Dan. Like how we're gonna structure. It's gonna be super dope. How I think.
Yeah,
we're gonna
man.
do it.
Let me
It's
know.
gonna be super crazy. It'll be incredible. Also, I got a collection tour that I am dropping on February.
Yeah.
Yes, it's. I'm
just
dropping
saw
it on
this.
February 4th. So it is basically the Hall of Detox. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's gonna be crazy. The women do it. It sounds like, you know what? Fuck it. They make fun of my shit. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
pour
have
it
all
all on
the
you.
cases open?
All the cases open. I'm gonna have everything. The glass is gonna be polished. I'm wearing a tuxedo and gloves. I cannot wait. But nah, yeah, definitely it's going to release on the 4th. And yeah, I know why people are like, yo, damn, that's so long out, because I'm structured in a certain way.
Yeah.
I wanted to be done, perfectly. It's just the first. Damn, this is the first collection tour I've done in 2 years. It's been
Oh,
like,
wow.
2 years
Wow.
since I've done it. Yeah, I haven't done one in almost 2
That
years.
long?
So, yeah, it's been a while.
I remember seeing your collection tour on Jetta Patrol's channel. Actually.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Yeah, it's been a while, bro, since then, and it's evolved since then. Like the shit's just wrapped the whole way to you'll see, and I had to actually get a different display for the tumbler and everything
Oh,
else. But
really?
that's it's that's just
Wow.
gonna be crazy. So I
Yeah,
got that
can't
coming
wait.
up.
Wait for that.
Yeah. So that tour is going to be coming. So stay tuned for the 4th. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, other than that, man, it's just like everything else. Collectors Lounge International on Sunday and Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday. And yeah, that's just about it, man. But great discussion tonight all around. You can find me on pretty much everybody's channel here, or whatever. And you can find me in the channel on Grails, because I'm just going I just Grails, man. I just Grails is just that shit. You can find me in everybody's chat, just kind of poking fun and just trying to fuck up the program and clown Carlos every time I get a chance to do it if I can. But anyway, thanks everybody for being here. It's been a great discussion, a great time. I'm not gonna play out the closer because this computer might F up if I do it. It might be a long pause and I might miss the opportunity. We might still be talking and Carlos might be talking about titties. So anyway, see you guys later on. Until next time, we are out. Peace,
See you guys.
hair grease, love, and all that, and no titties.